What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day today. Today is Monday, so happy Monday or happy Tuesday, depending on the time you're watching the video today. I do want to go ahead and say thank you for tuning in today and joining me on today's live stream. We're going to be talking about the pre-sales and why I believe they're scams, right? We've been talking about this for actually quite a while, and I've been always saying how bearish I really am, right? But as you guys know, I have been dabbling a lot with pre-sales these last couple days, and that's just because I've gotten lucky on a few pre-sales, right? So I was quick to assume that, maybe I was wrong, right? But no, it looks like I was right. It looks like most of these pre-sales are just going to be about scams, you know what I mean? What's up, Black Ranger? How's it going, bro? Hope you're having a great day today. So, see, is there money to be made in these pre-sales? Yes. Are all of them scams? No, it's not the case, right? Because Ethereum did pretty well. We ended up getting, we jumped in early onto the pre-sale. It actually did really nicely, but right now it's actually not doing good. And I always say how when it comes to a lot of these projects, it's really sometimes about what their intentions are from the beginning, right? It's a team here purposely to go ahead and dump on everybody. Do they come in here with the intentions of the token being a complete scam from the beginning, or is it because the community no longer feels the same hype as they once did that they ended up believing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and talk about that today. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Bitcoin overall, like the whole entire craziness with Bitcoin hitting $30,000 of these fake news that goes on, to my surprise. Thank you, everyone. Welcome. How's it going, Ranger? Hope you're having a good one. Thank you, Happy. And what's up, Billy? Hope you're having a good day, bro. So yeah, so with this whole entire market, it's been freaking crazy, right? So it's like a lot of it's like really crypto. You get to a point where you're like, dude, like this is like full of BS half the time. Like it's just so volatile, so volatile that like a lot of this shit doesn't make sense, right? And that's why I always tell you need to go ahead and take not only TA, but a lot of the news with a really grain of salt, because even if we do TA for hours, we still can't go ahead and justify for some pumps and dumps that come into the market, right? So we're gonna go ahead and talk about my little rant today. Pre-sales are scams. I'm sure there's still ways to make money. I've been kind of dabbling around with it, taking a few L's, taking a few dubs too. But honestly, I've been taking so many L's this whole freaking week. Hopefully this week it changes and reverses, but haven't really started the week too well now. I've been taking some L's in a few projects, taking a few losses, so we're gonna go ahead and see where things go, right? So like I always mention, whatever pain you're going through, I'm going through it as well. Trust me. This market really does impact everybody, in my opinion, and especially if you do actually trade this market. Like if you're a trader, you get impacted by this market regardless, right? Well, if you're not a trader, then yeah, you're not going to get impacted if you're the type of person to just go ahead and buy the dip. But if you're here to go ahead and make money actively, like most of us are here to do, then yeah, you go ahead and get impacted by a lot of these volatilities, especially when the market switches so quick, right? So we're gonna go ahead and talk about that. Bitcoin news, the whole entire shenanigans going on right now. We're gonna go ahead and talk about a strategy too as well with pink sell that I've been actually thinking these last couple of days that I've taken I took Saturday and Sunday off. Usually I don't do that. Usually I would go ahead and upload, but I was like, you know what, man, I need a freaking break from these markets. These markets are almost driving me crazy. And I look at the markets on a Monday and it just seems like this is gonna be a crazy freaking week, dude. But the good thing about that is that we could actually finish the week strong. It could change everything, right? This market could literally change that quick, and that's kind of the tough part of crypto. You know what I mean? It's like you could be good, happy one day, and then literally these markets just wreck you, to the point where you're like, dude, I'm so tired of this shit. Just make up your mind. But yeah, hey, what's up, Edward? How's it going? Hope you're doing well today. William, pre-sales, I prefer post-sales, 100%. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that right now. We're going to go ahead and talk about all the projects we talked about. We took an L on Illuminati, Rug, Life. I had lots of fun with all of you. So if you guys actually didn't view that video, go ahead and check it out. We actually did go ahead and do the Illuminati token that actually raised over $1.5 million, and it literally just dumped 50%, bro. And I was trading that live with you guys. Luckily, I didn't lose too much money. I only lost about $100 because I ended up cutting my losses quickly. And luckily, I didn't go all in, right? And this is the reason why I'm actually kind of reflecting back. I made some really good trades, but I could also go ahead and say honestly, I've made some very dumb mistakes. Like literally, like I made another dumb mistake today trading, like something I would never usually do, and I'm just like kind of not in my rhythm already of the start of start of the week. I'm already making some dumb mistakes. So right now I'm going to really reflect on a lot of this. I'm going to go ahead and kind of calm down, analyze some markets from the side. And then let me go ahead. I'm just going to keep my trades open, right? I have some trades I have to keep open. There's really nothing much I could go ahead and do. It's either like keep my trades open and just kind of walk away and hope, cross my fingers that everything goes well. And this is kind of the reason why, you know, you always only put in a small amount, because the markets could change that quick. They could be so bullish that, and literally the next day after, it dumps 80%, right? So this is a quick reminder for myself again. And like I mentioned, that's the part of trading, you know what I mean? And that's what not a lot of people talk about. A lot of people talk about, especially these influencers, they talk about how much money they're making, but they never talk about their losses, right? I made a nice decent amount of trades, and I've also made a huge amount of losses, right? And really, when it comes to this game of trading, it's really your psyche when it comes to how you're going to handle those losses, right? So we're going to go ahead and talk about that today, spend a little bit of time together and just come up with a strategy. You know, I'm glad to have all of you here. Chris says, only pre-sale I ever bought was Messianic, never again, got wrecked. Dude, I've heard about that one too. Welcome, Chris. Haven't seen you in a while, bro. Edward, and I'm still holding and moved to staking Wall Street means waiting on some sort of news or squeeze so I can take profits out. Yeah, Edward, we're actually going to go ahead and talk about that right now too. We're going to go ahead and do some quick TA on all these tokens that we kind of talked about these last few days. You know, one of the biggest things right now, and I'm kind of glad that the channel is not too big because we don't get to influence too many people when it comes to these tokens. But when it comes to a lot of these is taking those L's publicly, right? But the thing is, we all know what we're getting into. We talk about this all the time. We talk about how pre-sales are not good. We talk about how meme tokens are scams. You can make money, but you know, making a video on it, then checking up is really kind of my responsibility after, right? It's like I can't really brush them off as much as I can because some people, you know, are truly invested into a lot of these meme tokens, which I always suggest don't do, right? Only invest when we're willing to lose. That's one of the biggest things. We're going to go ahead and start off this video right now. So go ahead and smash that like button for me. Lionel Rodney, would you put a whole sausage in your mouth and then stop buying ETH, bro? This guy, bro. I'm assuming it's probably Bernie. What's up, Bernie? That's the only person that I know would talk that way about, you know, buying ETH and shit. So welcome, bro. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about that right now. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. Welcome everybody that is brand new to the channel. And yeah, if you want to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and use my MEXC link down below. You can go ahead and trade Wall Street memes, Ethereum, Lisa, and all these tokens and get a $20,000 in sign-up bonuses, no KYC, and takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. You know how I feel about meme tokens getting listed on MEXC. They usually crash, so maybe short them. So let's go ahead and talk about these shit coins for today and kind of talk about this new strategy that I've been thinking these last couple of days. It doesn't mean I'm done with shit coins. I mean, that's literally why this channel was pretty much founded, right? It was through shit coins. But we're going to go ahead and talk about some shit coins today, Ethereum being one of them, and a few others. Massive news for a lot of these projects. I actually just made a video on them, but go ahead and comment down below any TA you want me to do on any of these shit coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, whatever you want. Go ahead and comment down below. Bernie, Rodney, and 2Bit never came back to my DMs, bro. Bernie, how many accounts do you have, bro? How many accounts do you have? Welcome, bro. Long time no see. I saw you on My Crypto Journeys stream a couple days ago. I think it was yesterday, right? Yeah, I saw everybody over there, man. It seems like that's the party, huh? That's the party. So let's go ahead and start off with Ethereum, right? Before I go ahead and get off track, go in with my freaking rant about this whole entire crazy ass market, dude. You can't make none of this shit up either. Let's go straight into it. So we're actually gonna go ahead. I accidentally thought that was Twitter. My bad. We're gonna go ahead and go into Ethereum, and they actually have massive news, right? I don't know how it's how people are going to react to any of these news. So this is the craziest thing about this is right now with Ethereum, with what's going on, you know, massive utility, which is actually pretty good, right? I'm not going to go ahead and sit here and read all of this because it's pretty freaking long. But in shortest terms, they're coming up with their own blockchain called SafeChain, right? And they say they've actually been working on their own blockchain for over 9 months. And they're going to go ahead and be focusing on rewarding all this Ethereum holders. I don't know how, maybe through staking, I'm assuming. And they said their whole goal is to go ahead and make memes, you know, great again, I guess. I think this is one of the things that I'm very bullish on. It's the launchpad. I'm not sure how that's going to work. It says the blockchain comes with an additional launchpad with measures of know your customer and other, you know, audits for these meme tokens, I guess, right? So if they really could go ahead and pull this off, so Ethereum's gonna not just be a meme token, right? It's gonna be like a pink sale. But how bullish can you really be about this, you know, KYC audit bullshit? Because we get scammed through these tokens all the time. All the ones that say audit, the ones that say KFC. I was gonna say KFC, bro. KFC. Did I just really say that shit, bro? KYC, bro. KYC. I'm telling you, when it comes to pink sale, what they do is they sell these teams for the badges. They have to pay an additional like $300 or so for the badges. I've talked to multiple, you know, team members on pink sale, and that's because I was helping a token. I was an advisor for a token, and I was going to help them launch, right? And I was checking out different launch pads, you know, with different ways to go ahead and raise money for this project. And I've actually contacted the team on pink sale, and I was figuring out like what the pricing is. You can actually go ahead and do this yourself too. You don't even need to contact them. But for every badge that they add to it, it's like another extra $300 to $500. So depending on how much money you're willing to spend, it's like they're willing to go ahead and put these badges there for you to go ahead and make it more safer, if that's even a term, right? So this is the reason why I've always said you have to go ahead and take a lot of these things with a grain of salt, right? We have actually come around a few pre-sales. We did really good, you know. Ethereum did amazing, and I think that's all it took. All it took was one successful freaking project for everybody to be bullish once again on pre-sales, like myself, and we all got freaking wrecked, bro. And I think Illuminati was one of those where it's like, dude, they raised $1.5 million. Like, what the heck were we thinking? Like, really, like, think back. Like, it just didn't make any sense to begin with, right, bro? like investing in a token called Illuminati, them raising $1.5 million. Like, what did we freaking expect, right? And I don't even think they expected they were going to raise that much money. I think it just all happened because everybody was getting you know, bullish with all these freaking pre-sales. And while everybody was getting you know, bullish into these pre-sales, projects that, you know, were pretty strong, or at least seemed like they were strong, you know, ended up losing support, and they ended up, you know, having massive sell-offs because people were just chasing other tokens. You know, we had Ethereum was really good consolidating. I did mention, be on the lookout, we could go ahead and dump 50%. People were calling me a fudder like usual, and it dumped. It dumped. It took longer than expected, but it dumped, right? And what was the cause of that? Well, the cause of that was we had tokens like Lisa that was being talked about being the next Ethereum, dumped. We had another token, freaking Illuminati, was going to be one of the biggest tokens. They actually raised more money than Ethereum. They raised $1.5 million, and it dumped. So like all that money moved onto this other money because we were all being freaking greedy, bro. Greed is what put us in this situation, you know. And I'm kind of reflecting back because I think that also hit me myself, right? So I've been making a lot of really dumb emotional mistakes, which I shouldn't be, but unfortunately I'm human and I can't fully control that. And I think that's one of the hardest things when it comes to trading or being a human overall, right? It's being emotional. It's like how you could go ahead and react to a lot of these situations and not always continue to get wrecked, right? Do I still feel bullish on Ethereum? I do feel pretty bullish. The problem is that we lost multiple areas of support, right? We lost this area of support, this area of support, and right now we're at a very critical area, man. I didn't want to see any of these two supports being lost. It doesn't surprise me, but considering how bullish, in my opinion, Ethereum is, it just doesn't matter, right? So the question is, will Ethereum have enough power to push to the upside and break back up to new all-time highs and hopefully, you know, do what I believe Ethereum really deserves to go ahead and push, right? But if we don't, and if we lose this support, then it's kind of over, guys. And it kind of sucks because if you actually look, it's back to freaking pre-sale levels. Like, you can't make none of this shit up. Like, This is how crypto is, man. It's like the shiny freaking UFO object that, you know, someone's freaking hyped and talking about, and then the next day it's no longer cool. It's like now the other token's cool. And that's kind of the thing with crypto, right? And this is kind of the issue why we have when it comes to jumping into a lot of these tokens, is that as soon as the hype begins, some people just begin to sell out early on, and it never catches the hype. And sometimes you sell a little too early and then the token pumps. Sometimes you sell a little too late and then the token dies down. So it's like really unpredictable, right? Especially right now during this bear market. But if, say, Ethereum claims they're going to do what they're going to do, like I said, this is the reason why you have to take everything with a grain of salt, right? I don't believe any of this BS, and you shouldn't either. And you shouldn't even believe me, to be honest. You should make up your own freaking decision. I'm not here to convince anybody, right? I'm just here for us to have an open discussion, you know, as friends, and, you know, just communicate, and then, you know, figure out what we want to go ahead and do moving forward when it comes to a lot of these projects, right? Because we're witnessing this all live. You witnessed the rug pulls on the Illuminati. It sucked. You saw the live trade. But luckily, I was able to cut my losses quick, right? Only lost $100. I'm like, I'm out. Luckily, I did, or else I would have, you know, lost all my money there. And this is the reason why I suggest all of you only throw in money you're willing to lose, right? Because anything could change any freaking minute. And right now, what they have with, say, Ethereum, we're going to go ahead and see how bullish it is. They're coming out with their own blockchain. They're going to go ahead and do this launch pad. A lot of these tokens promise this, so I'm not really like too surprised, unless this like new blockchain of like Safe Block or whatever it's called is like revolutionary, that competes with like ETH and like all these top other blockchains, and then maybe, you know, maybe we got into something really early on that might be worth the take, you know. But the other thing though is we have this whole entire freaking sequel awaits movement, whatever the frick that means, on, I believe it's probably October 26th. I know we have two big events. We have the 26th and then we have the 28th. And they keep on talking about this narrative about the sequel awaits. So the sequel awaits better be damn worth our time, dude. Like, for reals. Like, I really hope it is. I don't know. I think we lost a lot of support. The community's really bullish still, though. I just don't understand it, bro. They raised over $35 million in Gate.io, and I think they did it through, like, airdrops. And I think that's I don't know how the airdrops work, right? I'm just assuming at this point. So if you know, comment down below. I don't know any of this shit. So they did over $35 million, you know, on Gate.io, which is actually pretty big for a token being out only for 7 days, right? And what do we do after that? We just dumped. We just dumped. So I'm thinking, did they raise $35 million and then randomly gave it to randoms? I don't know how bullish that is, right? It's like almost a recipe for disaster. But if they really, really, really do have something bigger than we all believe, as they say, which I won't believe it until I see it. And I really have no other option but to wait, bro. Like, honestly, I have really no freaking option but to go ahead and wait at this point, because I'm fucked either way. There's really nothing I could go ahead and do in this situation. And that was because I was out on the weekend, you know? I wasn't paying attention. I was doing my thing. I was relaxing because I was like, dude, I need a freaking break from this market. And then I come this morning, or I think yesterday, I don't even remember, dude. I actually, you know how I told all of you I was providing liquidity, right? I was providing all the way up to like $1,600 of liquidity. I made about $169 or $180 these last couple days. And I go ahead and check my liquidity. I was like, damn, dude, I hope I've been making some money. And I come to turn out that it says the price of this pool is outside of your selected range. Your position is not currently earning any fees. So not only am I not earning money, but if I pull out right now, I lose freaking pretty much all the money that I put in. So I only come out with $950. So I'm kind of fucked either way, dude. You know what I mean? So I'm better off holding at this point and just crossing my fingers as Ethereum does go ahead and take off with this sequel that they're talking about. It better be worth it. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of an example of why you should always be aware of what you're trading. You know what I mean? That's the first mistake I did again. You know, not being, and this is kind of the problem. You know, trading is literally like a full-time job on its own. Unless you're not in and out of the trade, it's really almost a full-time job of like having to check the market constantly. And the time you freaking like don't look at the market dumps on you, bro. You can't make none of this shit up. It's ridiculous. But anyways, let's go ahead and read some comments before I forget. Bernie, Jimmy from Degrassi, Half, Champagne Pappy, Never Seen, Privilege, A Straight, Audrey, Guy By, ETH, William Dickfit, never seen one. Crypto Boss Andrew, you see tip up 400%. What's up, Andrew? How's it going? Bernie, you have a shitload of accounts, bro. How many freaking accounts do you have, man? Let me go ahead and look at tip, Andrew. I'll definitely go ahead and check that out. Grant, how's it going, bro? Pull it out before that 950 is worthless. That's what I'm thinking about, bro. I'm honestly like at this point right now where I'm just like, dude, it's either like I pull out right now and I at least get 950 out of my account, I'm chilling, or I freaking lose everything. And I'm just like right now, I was like, dude, like this really, it's a really shitty situation to be in, right? And I have nobody to blame but myself. It is what it is. Next time I know if I'm holding on to any crazy trades, to not only have access to them on my phone, but most importantly to go ahead and keep an eye on the market. And the time that I decide to freaking take a break, bro, it's a time the market freaking dumps on me. Can't make none of this shit up. I was looking for Uniswap. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a prime example, right? The good thing is that every time when I go into these trades, I know the risk that I'm taking, and I understand the possibility of losing all of it, which is not that big of a deal. But it is quite frustrating when you're missing out the opportunities in the market and how the market really does freaking play you, bro. So yeah, I'm at that right now. So hopefully some of these trades go well this month. I'm probably going to go ahead and take a, I don't know, I say this all the time. I am in a trade right now, which is refund, which hopefully this shit does do me good as well, because I did sell my position last night because I didn't want to hold on to it. I was like, you know what, dude, I'm not going to hold on into any trades overnight because I've just been taking L's, and I actually re-entered at a little bit of a higher price for my luck. So, yeah. So hopefully this thing does pretty well. Refund supposedly supposed to be the new hype thing. And if it is, then I'll probably go ahead and make some of my money back there. But if not, then I took an L, bro. It is what it is. Darian, how's it going, my guy? How are you doing today? Grant, yeah, man, I feel you. Yeah, dude, it's just one of those, right? It's just one of those where, like, you could be having a really good trading day, you could be making all this money, and you can just freaking give it back to the market, and then you just get head slammed back to back, right? And then to make things even better, then we have the freaking Bitcoin head slam too as well, right? So right now, the reason why I wanted to make this video today, because I've been saying pre-sales are freaking scams. Pre-sales are freaking scams. So moving forward, this is what my strategy is going to be, right? And comment down below what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know, right? So we're going to go ahead and take a look, and we're going to do, you know, TA on all of these projects. Comment down below what you want me to do TA on. And we're going to go ahead and talk about a little bit about, you know, when to go ahead and pull out. When is the time to go ahead and leave a project when you think it might be dead, all right? So let's go ahead and start off with pink sell. So usually what I was looking at, the way to go ahead and do, so this is what you don't do anymore, is I would look at the contributors, see how much they raise, and then, you know, buy into the token. People would go ahead and get hyped over the KYC, the audit, safe. I told you it's all BS. So the plan moving forward, just to go ahead and keep it very simple, it doesn't mean I'm not going to touch any more pre-sales. I'm not going to touch pre-sales from this website for sure. Unless I know, like, I don't know. There's really no reason to. This is what we're going to do moving forward. We see a token that's freaking hot, right? Let's say, for example, this one. Let's say this is going to be a hot token, right? Well, we wait until it goes live. As soon as it goes live, more than likely, it's probably going to dump 50%. If it dumps 50%, then that's when you go ahead and buy in, because as soon as it falls, it has to go ahead and have a bounce, right? And then we could go ahead and capture a little swing trade to 30 to 50%. So we could go ahead and do like a 30% or even 100 to 200% from the lower position from where it launched, right? So honestly, you're really not losing anything. An example of this will be Illuminati, for example, right? Let me see if I can even find their freaking chart. So Illuminati, we're gonna go ahead and see what they did. I haven't seen them. Okay, look, complete shit. I'm glad I pulled out my money on this. Yeah, see, I pulled out. This is, I only pulled out 159, dude. That's BS. That's incorrect. Anyways, so look, with Illuminati, right? Even if we go to the 15-minute chart, this is a 15-minute chart right here. As soon as it went live, it dumped like crazy. Like, look at this dump right here. 61%. Well, if we're on the other side, we wait for this freaking pre-sale because it's super hyped. And honestly, the Telegram didn't look good. The Twitter wasn't too good. Like, there wasn't that many good green signs besides the fact that they raised $1.5 million, which was, I guess, bullish. But if you really think about it, it really wasn't. Anyways, it dumped about 50%. If we would have waited for it to dump 50% first before buying in, we could have bought in right here, right? Now we have a lower risk of losing money. Look at this pump that it took after. After it dumped that 50%, it did another 50% pump to the upside. So we could have just quickly doubled our money about so very, very quickly, right? And then we could have just been out of that trade. Or we could have just also just, you know, done a little bit of these little swing trades back and forth. We see right here at 50%. And then you could go ahead and sell right here. Obviously, you're not going to capture every top. Sell, let's say you get lucky, you do sell at the 50%. You wait, then you go ahead and wait for it to dump another 50%, and then you go ahead and capture another little swing trade up to 46%. So that's what a lot of these traders were doing. That's why it was pumping and dumping, because they were purposely, you know, taking trades on this. And this is what we have to do moving forward with this kind of strategy, is that if we do want to go ahead and go into these pre-sales, there's still money to be made, right? But you just need to go ahead and be very, very careful because right now we're in a very shitty situation in the market overall. We're still bearish. The market sentiment hasn't changed overall. We are getting a little bit more bullish momentum, right? But it hasn't changed overall. And especially with these shit coins, and this is the reason why I wanted to have this conversation today, a lot of these scammers are preying on this right now. They're preying on the hype of the next Ethereum, on the next, because it was Pepe before, now it's Ethereum. And the reason why I say this is because if you go to Pink Sale, now they're coming out with the Ethereum 2.0, bro. You can't make none of this shit up. Like, straight up. They're probably going to come up with another, I think there was also another coin called Doigerium or some shit like that. So they're going to go ahead and try to capitalize on that hype. And this token, Elongate, already came out too. So what I'm trying to say right here is just be patient. If you really believe in some of these projects, I wouldn't suggest it, but you know, maybe they do pump, right? Just throw in 50 bucks. Don't throw in no more than that. Because if you're throwing in the $1,000, $5,000 to $10,000 and you're seeing that shit drop and you're freaking out, that's because you're putting in money you're not willing to lose, right? And this is the reason why I always say it's not about making thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight. It's doing it over time, right? If we're making big money off of our trades and then we're taking a bigger risk, we're going to lose our money a lot quicker, our capital, to go ahead and get to that bigger bag, right? So I want all of you to go ahead and just be careful moving forward when it comes to all these pre-sales or complete scams. Be on the lookout for that. Moon Joker, how's it going, bro? Thoughts on Turbo? You will buy it at the dip. It's at a great budget, $69. Crypto created by ChatGPT. Turbo. Let's go ahead and take a look at Turbo. Where's Turbo at? So what I'm trying to say is just be very, very careful these next coming days. Doesn't mean that the markets can't go ahead and flip. I mean, we are getting some bullish momentum right now from... Hey, Joker, is this the token right here? We are getting a lot of bullish momentum from Bitcoin right now, and we're going to go ahead and talk about my thoughts on that myself. But overall, end of discussion is don't buy any pre-sales right now. Just wait and be patient. Don't jump into the hype. Just be very, very careful. I think that's one of the biggest things, to just jump into whatever you feel comfortable jumping into. And most importantly, only put in the money you're okay losing. You know, just as soon as you put in your money, just be like, okay, there's a high probability I could go ahead and lose this money and it could go south. And then just go in with that mentality, and then you won't expect less, right? So it looks like actually a refund right now. It's top trending too. I know how we just talked about all this shit right now. I don't know, it could be some alpha, I don't know. I will be making a video later on today. It does look like it is having a reversal. This is the reason why I actually kind of jumped back in today at a higher price, unfortunately, but at least now I feel comfortable with my back, right? On refund, I did end up jumping yesterday, I think around this area right here. And then I ended up selling yesterday the bottom, buy high, sell low. And then I saw it pumping, and then I ended up buying right here again. So the only reason why I'm okay doing that is because we didn't establish an area of support yet, right? So right now I do believe that this is the bottom, and I do think that when Asian session comes in, there is going to be a pump to the upside, making new all-time highs, right? So the community is actually very bullish, and it's giving me vibes of like a cult. I'm not sure if any of you were into the cult token back in like the last bull run, but it's giving me a vibe of that, right? Apparently the first refund did over $100 million of market cap. Pop and Stecky and a few other like Twitter influencers that are talking about this token like crazy. They're having Twitter spaces, bro. They're having everything what a meme token's supposed to have, which is community, right? And this is what it all comes down to. A lot of these tokens. There's a reason why you can't focus too much on TA, because as long as the community's there, a lot of this shit makes sense. But it doesn't, and that's the craziest thing, right? Like, that made no sense, but it does. Refund could possibly be one of them. I don't know. I kind of doubled in a little bit more in my position. I hope it pays off well, dude. We're gonna go ahead and see how the market goes moving forward. But this might be a play. They weren't even on DEX tools, so I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see this pumping literally by till tomorrow. We probably make new all-time highs. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Currently at 961 holders with a total volume of 2.2 million. Like I said, go ahead and check out their Telegram. When it comes to these meme coins, what you want to go ahead and look for is, I guess the website's cool. You always want to look for something cool. I mean, the website's kind of cool. To me, I really don't care about that. What I do look for on when it comes to these shit coins, on how to like look for them, that they could potentially have potential, is seeing the kind of people that are already talking about it. So you're seeing the engagement right now. Look at this engagement. This engagement's crazy. You're already seeing other influencers talk about it, and it hasn't really even done shit, you know? That's the craziest thing about it. The engagement's really good. They're always hosting Twitter spaces. They're hosting Telegram. Like, if you go to the Telegram right now, I could almost guarantee you they have a freaking Telegram voice chat right now. And it's not even the dev, I think. It's just probably community members just talking about why they're bullish about refund, right? It's kind of a cult, man. It kind of reminds me of Cult, the token, bro. I'm telling you straight up. It's giving me Cult token vibes, like 100%. And they also even have a little freaking mask. You can't make none of this up. So that's what you want to look for on communities. Like, I'm really bullish on the community on refund. And I was actually quite bearish on the chart, right? It dumped right here, so I ended up selling because I was like, dude, I don't want to wake up with a freaking 80% loss. Might as well just cut my losses right now. As soon as I saw this, what it looked like a reversal to me, I ended up buying in. Yeah, I had to buy in a little bit higher, but at least now I feel comfortable holding on to this project because, one, I know the community seems pretty solid. Two, it looks like we established somewhat of support. We're going to go ahead and see that later on today. And three, it looks like we are getting closer to break to that area of resistance. So we are seeing all the things on our checklist check off. DEX tools wasn't here a few days ago, like 3 days ago. So we are seeing a step up, and I do believe that this token's probably going to go ahead and have some sort of momentum to the upside as well. I will be making a video on refund, but that is one of the ways that I start to analyze when it comes to a lot of these tokens. It's seeing how their engagement on Twitter is, their Telegram, how are people feeling, and that's really how these meme tokens are. You can't do too much TA on them, right? Even though with Ethereum, for example, even though it looks terribly bad, like, I'm not going to go ahead and say that it looks bullish because I hold my bag, my own bags, and I want to pump this, right? Dude, I'm freaking pissed. like seriously, like, how did they even let this shit dump this bad, right? Like what happened? And like I said, what happened was all these other crazy pre-sales going on. So now I'm thinking that the move might be not holding on too much of a project when there is other hype freaking pre-sales going on, because that causes the token to dump. Well, I learned a new lesson today, right? So for Ethereum, and in the meantime, go ahead and comment down below another project you want me to go ahead and do TA on. For Ethereum, because we did break these two critical areas of support, in my opinion, I'd said as soon as we broke this one, it was going to be bearish, and as soon as we broke that one, it was going to be 100% bearish, and we're at 100% bearish right now. The only way to justify this being any better is if we actually do go ahead and see some momentum coming to the upside, and if we could go ahead and break this area of resistance. This is a pretty strong area of resistance, as you can see around this area right here. We actually consolidated for a while before breaking to the upside. upside. So as long as we could go ahead and break above this area of resistance right here, maybe consolidate for a while and then slowly have that staircase effect, then I'm gonna be okay holding Ethereum, right? Like I said, I'm kind of have no option. They have this the sequel awaits bullshit that now I'm in suspense freaking waiting, and I think that's next week already, so might as well freaking hold on to my bag, dude. It is what it is. Worst comes to worst is I freaking sell right now and some shit does really happen, you know, because I usually tend to have the luck on that too. Sell something early, that shit takes off. So it's not looking the best, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you that is looking freaking good. So Ethereum's looking fucking terrible, bro. It's looking terrible. And if we can't break above this anytime soon, I don't know, dude. I might just go ahead and take the L and just take out my 950, to be honest, at this point. Because as soon as we lose this area of support, dude, it's done. Like, it's just super done. It's super bearish. There's no bullish scenario that I have for Ethereum. I'm a holder of Ethereum. I like Ethereum. I think what they're doing, it's freaking insane, bro. Like, the shit they've been able to accomplish. But apparently the community doesn't feel that way. You know what I mean? We've seen other projects pumped more with less news, and Ethereum has, like, in my opinion, has done almost everything right. And just the community just doesn't seem to believe that it should pump it even any higher. So, like I said, it's all community driven when it comes to a lot of these meme tokens. This could be a buying opportunity. I don't know, maybe if you've been wanting to get into Ethereum, I said wait for it to dip. It did dip on that area that we always usually talk about, which is about 50% before the next leg up. The problem is when you see those 50% dumps is that the community is not strong enough. It's going to just die off. So Ethereum's at a very critical area of dying off, like literally in the next coming days or weeks before this sequel awaits comes in. So we're going to go ahead and see what the sequel awaits has for us. And like I said, I can't really tell you if this is bullish or not. This is super bearish, but if you're willing to go ahead and take a gamble of buying in right here, just throw in a small amount. If you're looking, let's say for example, to throw in $1,000, I wouldn't suggest that. Not financial advice. I would say throw in like $200 to $300 first, and if it does continue to climb up a little bit higher, then throw in another $200. And if you see the other breakout, throw in the other $200. Yeah, you're going to be buying at a higher price, but at least now your investment is a lot safer if you want to consider that. So just be on the lookout for that. Like I mentioned, I think that's something you have to be very critical about when it comes to a lot of these meme tokens. Hopefully that helped a lot of you. Moon Joker says thoughts on Turbo. Moon Joker, tell me if that's the correct Turbo that I just showed you right now. Ryan, how's it going, bro? LMOC, yes, LMOC, let's freaking go. Shout out to Ryan, bro. Always been supporting the channel. Let's go ahead and take a look at LMOC. LMOC was actually looking pretty good, bro. I was taking a look at it yesterday, I think. I was actually surprised. I know the team's been working behind the scenes a lot. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on with MOC right now. So the thing is, right now with MOC, we are at an area of support. Like I said, it could be a buying opportunity. I don't know. Also a critical area, but we are looking like we are getting ready to almost push to the upside. So I think as soon as we probably break this purple square, if you want to call it, we should go ahead and start to see some momentum picking up. So that is something that and it's a very low risk, right? It's only at 44,000 market cap. We saw it go as high as 700,000. I did say that my opinion was it could go as high as like 1 million all the way up to 10 million market cap during some sort of bullish momentum. So just be on the lookout for this one, MLC. Like I said, only throw in what you're willing to lose. The nice thing about this project is that you could even put in $100 or $50, and if it pumps up to 10 million, that's going to be a really nice return, and you're only risking, you know, 40 to 50 bucks. You know what I mean? And this is the reason why I love, you know, meme coins or coins that have such a low market cap, right? Because yes, you're a higher risk, but also if you have good risk management and you put in, you know, 20, 40 bucks, even $100, you're not risking too much. Like, your reward's actually a lot bigger. Like, you could put in $100 into this, and if it pumps like crazy, you're gonna make thousands of dollars, right? And the whole goal when it comes to a lot of these tokens is being able to look for them before the markets go crazy over them, right? And that's really what makes meme tokens, in my opinion. You know, it's like being able to find a trend before everybody and their mom starts talking about it. So yeah, so just be on the lookout for that. Like I said, this is the reason why I typically stick to the strategy of only throwing in 50 to 100 bucks. If I feel really bullish, $400 would be good. Ethereum, I did throw a decent amount because I was pretty bullish on, but like I mentioned, on like tokens that are a little bit more riskier that you don't feel too comfortable with, I would only suggest throwing, you know, especially on pre-sales too, or if they're early on, only 100 bucks around there. And then when you have these more defined tokens such as Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu, it has enough data for us to go back to go ahead and analyze it and see, can it still go up to those previous all-time highs, right? So this one right here is at a high, you know, market cap. I think I saw it at its highs at almost 120 or 160 if I'm not mistaken. Pretty crazy market cap, right? And the reason why it's pretty high is because of the supply. The supply is pretty low. A token such as this token, now you could go ahead and throw in a little bit more risk to it, right? And the reason why is because we actually have more data to go back into it. You know, we see that it does have a nice area of support and it has been respecting it so far. So a token like this one, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu, might be worth throwing, you know, maybe $1,000 into, because it's not that big of a risk in my opinion. Can it still crash down to zero? Yes, but the odds of that are kind of low. And the odds of it pumping back to its previous all-time high, that's a small little 3x. So even if you throw in, you know, let's say $300 or say $1,000, with a 3x is not life-changing money, but it is a nice, you know, about $3 grand in your pocket now in a couple days. I don't know, could be a couple days, could not. But like I said, right now this one is at an area of support as well. So I'm actually going to keep this one on my watch list, because this is actually a nice little trade if you are looking to go ahead and trade this one on. But it looks like it hit its all-time high of how much? Let's go ahead and see this. About 21 cents. So it's at 7 cents right now. And I do think that we could probably even see it hit 50 cents on this. But like I said, it just really depends on what the community wants, right? If the community believes this thing should be worth $1, it's going to push to $1. So that's really what it all really comes down to. It looks like refund is trending, and we are going to see some sort of pump in the next coming hours. One thing as well too that I wanted to talk about, we actually have, believe it or not, freaking Pepe 2.0 pumping, bro. We have Pepe 2.0 pumping. As soon as I freaking sell my bags, dude, you can't make none of this shit up. Like, straight up, man. Like, this is what I'm telling you. Like, this shit always tends to happen to me. This happened to me with Shiba. As soon as I sold Shiba, that thing pumped, bro. And I'm like, dude, are you freaking kidding me, man? And then Pepe 2 looks like it's pumping right now as well. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I did end up selling for a refund. So the good thing about this and the bad thing about this is that for Pepe, we are seeing some sort of bullish momentum, right? It kind of almost seems like the kind of the same pattern that LMOC is having right now, right? It's getting ready to squeeze to the upside, and there's always a time where these tokens could only go so low, right? Especially if they have a strong community, and Pepe 2.0 is one of them right now. We see that it's squeezing up to the upside. We're gonna go ahead and see how it breaks. Like I said, we actually did fall almost below the previous areas of where Pepe 2.0 almost launched at, right? So if you want to go ahead and play a safer play, if you want to call it, another safer play as well, which is not too safe, it's a shitcoin, would be Pepe 2.0 as well. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers, I could go ahead and make a nice little bag on refund, flip my money into Pepe 2.0, because this thing does look like it's getting ready to push to the upside. One of the biggest confirms would be breaking above the 0.10 area, which is this area right here. So if you are still a holder of Pepe 2.0, congratulations for having those strong hands. I literally just sold, which I would never freaking do, bro, because I was so bullish on Pepe 2. But like, my head was thinking this. My head was thinking, well, if refund's gonna pump, I can make a nice little 3K on refund, buy the dip on Pepe 2.0 before it pumps, and you know, the world's perfect. But you know, that's not always the case. The one thing I do want to go ahead and talk about, that also the other reason why I'm not looking to go ahead and jump into Pepe 2.0 too quickly, and one thing you have to be on the lookout for, is that we always notice that Pepe has these like bakeouts where it pumps the market for like maybe 2-3 days, and then it dumps heavily to a newer low. And it just keeps on doing this, like a straight pump and dump. So my question is, and in order for me to be super bullish, where I'm just like, dude, you know what? I'm all in. It's going to be once we see it break this area right here. This is where I'm going to feel comfortable, and I'm going to be wishing that I would have bought right here. So I might just go ahead and load up with a little bag of $40, because even at $40 right here, this is going to be a nice little trade because it's almost around the time that it launched, dude. Almost around the time that it launched. So this could be worth the play. I don't know. Like I said, with Pepe, usually we always see these massive pump and dumps where it pumps, then a dump. So what I would like to go ahead and see in the next coming days, 2 to 3 days, is how are we doing right here. We are seeing, you know, the team tweet out a little bit more. We are seeing a lot of buying pressure coming in on Pepe too. Look at this, dude. I don't know what's going on. We do see a lot of bots as well. So I just don't know, and I don't know what to think because Pepe has done this multiple times. But for Pepe to have a 33% pump right now, it's actually a pretty good sign. You know, this is solely my opinion. So I'm hoping I could go ahead and make a quick little bag on refund and, you know, jump just in time for Pepe 2.0. Or the other thing that I'm thinking, bro, is because with tokens like this is the beauty of this, right? Let's say even if you want to go ahead and throw in a small little bag, you could also go ahead and trade on MEXC. And you could actually go ahead and throw in like $100 on MEXC with leverage, and now you have access to more, let's say, liquidity pretty much into a token without having to spend too much money. So I'm also thinking that instead of me, you know, throwing, if I do make some nice profits on refund, instead of like rushing to go ahead and pull that out quickly, I think I might even go ahead and throw in $100 or even $50 on leverage on MEXC with Pepe 2. And I think they could do all the way up to a little bit over 10x if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. But even with that alone, dude, like that's still a nice little trade. So that's what I'm actually thinking of. And if you want to support the channel, use my MEXC link down below. $20,000 in sign-up bonuses, no KYC, and literally takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. So that's what I'm thinking of doing if I do enter Pepe 2.0. I'm thinking more than likely I'm going to go ahead and enter it from MEXC, because with MEXC I could go ahead and use leverage and I only get to really lose. Instead of risking $3,000, I could only risk $300, and I'd rather risk $300 going to the dump than risking $3,000 for the same exact percentage, right? The problem you do have is liquidation, which is not something to take on very lightly. So that is the risk, but you know, risking $100 or $300 to go ahead and have the same buying power of $3,000 to $10,000 for a token that looks like it's gonna go ahead and pump up. To me personally, it's worth the risk. So I'm going to go ahead and let all of you know as soon as I go ahead and place a trade on MEXC for Pepe 2.0. But keep your eyes glued to this. I wouldn't go ahead and celebrate yet or FOMO into this. I would go ahead and wait for a confirmation. If you can't go ahead and wait for a confirmation, you want to go in, jump in right now. Only put in a couple dollars, but I think a confirmation, in my opinion, will be breaking above this and hopefully making this our new support. And that would give us a confirmation that we are now back on an uptrend. So that's a lot of good signs, man. A lot of good signs right now in the market. I think a lot of money to be made, and I think most importantly, what we have to go ahead and remind ourselves is to not get over greedy and then start doing very dumb mistakes when it comes to a lot of these trades. Like me, for example, pulling out a Pepe 2 right at the freaking pump, bro. You can't make none of this shit up, like straight up. So it is what it is, man. I'm not going to go ahead and overthink it. Hopefully, I cross my fingers that refund's going to go ahead and do me well, and it's going to go ahead and pump for me. I'm very, very confident. For me personally, I think that's one of the biggest things that it comes to a lot of these projects, right? As long as you're confident, you don't care holding on to a 50% dip. As long as you're confident in the team, as long as you're confident in the project. And this is the reason why I always say, only invest in what you believe in. Not only just invest in what you're willing to lose, but also only invest in where you're willing to, whatever you believe in, right? Because if you don't believe in a project, you're quickly to go ahead and paper hands. And a perfect example on that is that I got into a project that I didn't know too much about and I ended up paper handing on. And it is what it is, you know what I mean? And let me see if I can find that project right here. And then shout out to the team, man. Shout out to the team of that. The project that I'm talking about is Vegas Inu, dude. I literally didn't know anything about this project. I just knew that this YouTuber called December the Marcus ended up, launching this project, but I didn't know much about it. That's all I knew, that he was launching it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and support another content creator, and I'm going to go ahead and buy the token. Don't know the guy, never met him, but he did shout me out, man. So I really do appreciate you a lot, bro. He does do a lot of like Shiba Inu content, another big creator, about 40,000 subs. And I didn't really know much about his project. right? But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, and I forgot how bad, you know, pre-sales usually look. Ended up dumping, and I kind of panic at right here, and I took a small little profit. So I only took in about $60 of profit, right? Well, if John would have been patient and he would have understood what he was investing in, I would have made a nice little bag, because right here it's at $2 million now, and from this measure down to the downside, it's about 500%, so almost about a 5 or 6x depending on where you bought, right? So what I'm trying to show you right here is that you can't capture every pump. You can't go ahead and, you know, nail it with every project. And most importantly, when it all comes down to is being, you know, having trust and belief in not only the developers but in the project that you're invested in. Because if you don't understand what you're invested in, you're going to go ahead and panic right away and probably sell a little too early. And those that were patient and understood the mission are going to go ahead and enjoy these kind of returns. And for me, unfortunately, I didn't get to do it, but congratulations to the team. You know, it looks like they're going to be approaching 3 million market cap. I will be making a video on them soon. Like I said, sometimes you win some, sometimes you don't. You can't be too hard on yourself. I mean, that's a part of life, and that's a part of trading. You know, you're sometimes going to make one of the best freaking decisions, and sometimes you're going to make the dumbest decisions. They're going to ask yourself, why'd you put yourself in that situation, right? So like I said, the reason why I tell you this is because I want to go ahead and show you that you can't capture every freaking win. It's part of life. You can't be good all the time. You know, you can't capture every pump to the upside, and you don't know which project's really going to go ahead and pump. And that's why I always say only throw in an amount that you're okay losing, and always go in with a plan. You know, whether it's a quick little trade, which is fine, or you're going to go ahead and hold on for a couple months. Just go in with a plan, and as soon as you go in with a plan, stick to your belief in your plan, and you're going to be able to execute right away, right? And when it comes to these shit coins, if you don't want to go ahead and trade them back and forth, then just fully commit to it, understanding the risk to the reward of what could be, you know, possibly happen. To me, I didn't think Ethereum was going to dump this much, because I didn't look at the charts for 2 days. And when I looked at the charts, I was like, shit, dude, I got freaking slapped right across the face. So I'm not tripping out too much because I believe in Ethereum, but there's only so much belief you can go ahead and put until you no longer believe into a project, and it's time to cut your losses, right? So the time for me to cut my losses, and I'm telling you that right now, is that if I see it loses support. If I see it loses support, I think I might just have to go ahead and cut it, because it's not giving me any more signs. I'd rather take out 950 right now than take out 300 bucks in a week. You know what I mean? And then that 950 I could have taken out, only take out 100 bucks. So I'm going to be analyzing Ethereum very, very closely, but it looks like we're at a good area right now. I think we're hovering around $2 to $3 million, and I do believe we will be having that uptrend to the upside. But like I said, I'm quite bearish right now on Ethereum. No BS. I'm super bearish on Ethereum right now. Edward, pump. I need a few specific pumps. I do too, bro. Take a look at Pepe 2.0, and then also take a look at Vegas Inu. And I think the other one might be Refund, bro. Refund, and oh, I forgot. Ethereum might still be worth a little pump, by the way. You know, not financial advice, like I said. I'm super bearish on Ethereum. My biggest bag holdings at the moment is Ethereum. Okay, with transparency, but I'm super bearish with it. So not because I have a decent little bag on Ethereum doesn't mean that I'm completely bullish. I'm bearish right now, and I'm really hoping I get a sign that we are now bullish, because we have nothing but red flags, and I'm hoping this is finally now the dip, and we're going to go ahead and pump to the upside, right? So what's up, Tim? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well today. Tim says, I agree. TA could only tell us so much for memes, all about community, and the most alpha, most successful projects look dead on the chart before they pump like crazy out of nowhere. 100%, man. 100%. And that's really what the thing is with meme tokens, right? And this is the reason why I don't like to do too much TA, because TA does help, but also, you have to keep in mind, meme tokens are super manipulated compared to any other asset out there. And a prime example is Bitcoin. Bitcoin got super manipulated today that they ended up liquidating a lot of people. And we're going to go ahead and talk about that today. But the kind of tokens you want to go ahead and be buying into are the ones that you believe in, the ones you believe in the community, the ones that you understand what they're doing. Like, for example, Pepe 2.0, I've been super bullish. I've always been bullish on this. Unfortunately, I got a little, desperate on some trades because I was taking some L's, and I jumped into the hype of refund. And I sold my bag on Pepe 2.0 at this bottom right here. So I'm hoping that I can go ahead and make some nice little returns on refund. Even if I make a 3x on refund, bro, I'll be able to put in more money on Pepe 2.0 than I could have if I would have waited, right? And right now I'm also waiting for confirmation on Pepe 2.0. So like the only thing I'm really going to miss out on, it's really a potential pump, which looks like we are pumping. But like I said, we've also had these red flags where the project has dumped. So for me, it sucks. It is what it is. But most importantly, what I'm thinking in the back of my head is like, either way, we're not in confirmation. So, and I do think refund's going to pump probably in the next coming days. And even if I get Pepe 2.0 at a higher price with leverage, and if I can capture it at the right time, I can still make a boatload of money without having to risk a lot of money. So it just really comes down onto what you believe in, guys. Like I said, these meme coins, you have to just sometimes make your money, man, and just dip. Or you're going to have to go ahead and stick with holding the bag forever, and maybe the project never comes back to life. And that's one of the risks you have to go in with your mind all the time, right? You have to understand what you're getting into. Let's go ahead and talk about Wall Street memes for all those that are currently looking into Wall Street memes and deciding when to go ahead and sell or buy. Welcome, Tillery. How's it going? What's up? Bro, Vegas, Inu token, high rollers. Let's fucking go. Yeah, dude. Tell us anything. Like I said, I was talking to you earlier. If there's anything massive news that you need to go ahead and tell us about Vegas, Inu, man, tell us on the chat or tell me on Twitter. For any of those that want to go ahead and reach out to me or just have a conversation with me, feel free to reach out. I have a few messages I haven't replied, but I will go ahead and get those done by today, I promise. Reach out to me at ALTCOIN John. Whatever questions, helps, or concerns I could go ahead and help out with, just reach out to me. And maybe if you find any alpha, but for Tillery, like I said, just feel free to go ahead and tell me if there's anything crazy or any news that we should look. My position on Ethereum just went up slightly. So it's not up a lot, but it's getting there. So this is the reason why I'm going to be patient on this. I have a feeling Ethereum is going to pay off really well. I hope. I hope. But talking about freaking Vegas Inu, if there's anything you need to tell me, Tillery, feel free to go ahead and comment down below. Let us know any alpha on Vegas Inu, or reach out to me on Twitter if you can by later on today, because I will be making a video on Vegas Inu. Congratulations to all the holders, man. Like I said, it kind of sucks that I fucking sold too early, but that was on me, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and this is what I'm trying to show all of you. You can't capture every freaking win, bro. You're gonna lose sometimes, and you have to accept it and you have to analyze it. Luckily, I made profits on Vegas Inu. I didn't make too much because I wasn't patient. But if I would have been patient, I would have made a lot of money. And this is what I'm trying to show all of you, that there's a lot of money to be made in this space, but there's more money to be lost in this space if you don't understand what you're doing, or you don't have patience. And yeah, just go ahead and take all of this, what I'm telling you, as an example of what you shouldn't freaking do. You know what I mean? Only invest in where you're willing to lose, and only invest in projects you truly believe in. It's really that simple when it comes to meme tokens. You can't freaking do too much TA on them. Let's go ahead and take a look at Wall Street memes. For all those that are holders of Wall Street memes, go ahead and smash that like button for me, and most importantly, subscribe if you are now just tuning into the channel. I did mention that I did believe that Wall Street memes was going to have some sort of short squeeze. I'm still sticking to that. I've been really bearish with Wall Street memes, right? I've been saying this since it's launched. I've shorted it twice. I've got liquidated, and ever since that, I haven't touched it. And that's the reason why, and the thing you need to focus on, that not just because you don't like something or you don't believe in something or you think it should go down, it doesn't mean you should be shorting it, because regardless of what you believe, there's other people in the back end that think otherwise and are going to push the project to the upside, right? So I was shorting Wall Street memes right here. I got liquidated because this token's super manipulated, guys. I mean, we were at 120 market cap, currently at 55 0.15 million. I don't want to say that Wall Street Memes is dead, but I do think there could be money, you know, trading this token. I'm not sure about holding. Their goal is to be up to $1. Like I said, guys, just invest in what you believe in. I don't believe in Wall Street Memes, so I'm not putting my money in this. That's just me. It doesn't mean you have to listen to me. It doesn't mean you have to believe what I believe in. You all have an opinion in your own mind to go ahead and decide what you prefer and what you like. But for me, it doesn't mean I'm not going to go ahead and make money with the Wall Street Memes. What does that mean, John? Well, not because I don't believe in Wall Street Memes. It doesn't mean I'm not going to trade it. And with that being said, I still believe there's a possibility of a short squeeze going on. And I think once we get confirmation, we should be taking a look at these two areas right here to go ahead and confirm that we are having some sort of short squeeze, right? And we actually saw that with Bitcoin today. And I'm going to go ahead and draw those prices down for you. Maybe go ahead and screenshot them. Maybe go ahead and write them down on a piece of paper, on a whiteboard, whatever the case is, on your computer notes. Go ahead and look at these two critical areas. These are just solely my opinion, not financial advice. Maybe it doesn't hit these areas, but I'll give you both scenarios, the bullish and the bearish scenarios of what could potentially happen, right? So if you are looking to go ahead and jump into Wall Street Memes because of a short squeeze, we need to look at two areas that are very squeeze going on. Is I would like to at least see a break, the 411.8 area, and maybe consolidate. But when it's the short squeeze, usually it just breaks like this to the upside. It just shoots to the upside, and then that's when a lot of shorts double down even more. So I think, in my opinion, shorts will double down around this area right here and this area right here. And with leverage trading, with futures, like I said, you could actually trade Wall Street Memes on MEXC, and you could actually get a $20,000 sign-up bonuses if you use my link down below. No KYC, literally takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. I'm going to be trading this on MEXC because if we do go ahead and see a break above these two areas right here, these are the two areas, in my opinion, that are critical that I'm looking at to go ahead and confirm, right? Because this is still risky. If we go ahead and see a break this area, then I could almost assure you that this thing's going to pump even higher, because bears are going to go ahead and double down on their position right here. You have to remember that in order to go ahead and close your short, you need to buy at a higher price. And in order to go ahead and start a short, it's usually ideal to go ahead and buy at a higher price to short all the way down to zero, right? Or whatever price target you believe in. So I am looking at these two areas very critically. I think these are very important areas. Let's go ahead and talk about, the bullish scenario. If we do go ahead and get a short squeeze, we will break through this like crazy. I think bears will double down around this area, causing the price to go all the way up. I think my price target ideally could be anywhere between 12 to 20 cents. I think that's what could happen if a short squeeze does happen, and obviously higher. But if, let's say, no short squeeze happens and it's a complete fake out, we could go ahead and get rejected at the 411 area more than likely. If we go ahead and pump right here and then get rejected, then we're more than likely going to go ahead and fall down, and there might not be a short squeeze now. So that's the bearish scenario. The bullish scenario is we do go ahead and break above these two areas and we pump. And like I said, 12 to 20 cents doesn't sound like crazy, but that's just me being realistic. Moonboy talk will be freaking $1 for a short squeeze. It could be possible, but I don't know. I'm just giving you the realistic point of view, right? 12 cents to 20 cents is really, really realistic. It's nothing out of the norm. I think Wall Street Memes could go ahead and achieve that. Really, really possible. But obviously higher is really realistic as well. Above, I think maybe even $1 could be possible if a real short squeeze like AMC and GameStop was to happen. But I'm keeping my eyes on Wall Street Memes. Currently 37,000 holders, and it has about, this one shows $4,000 of volume. I think they probably have another pool, but it does kind of give you signs that a lot of people are beginning to be bearish on Wall Street Memes, and I was actually quite bearish from the beginning. So a lot of you did take profits around in the beginning right here. I know Tim, I know a few of you DeFi, a few of you already took profits as soon as it went live. So a lot of you don't have to worry, and maybe some of you kept a moon bag just in case. And that's kind of the strategy they have to do, right? When it goes pre-sale, usually sell. Not financial advice, but usually take your little nut, which is a 3 to 5x profit, whatever the case is. If you really believe in the project, keep a small little bag. If it does something, you're going to make a lot of money. If it doesn't, oh well, you at least took profits, right? So no one ever became broke taking profits. Keep that in mind. So that's one also thing that's very, very possible. Edward said, can you see on Wall Street Memes the percentage of number of tokens short? I don't, bro. I don't. But usually what you could go ahead and tell, there probably is a tool out there that you could go ahead and check to see how many people are short on a token. If any of you know that, go ahead and feel free to let me know. Would definitely like to go ahead and take a look at that. But a reason why I know that Wall Street memes is being heavily shorted, man, is because Wall Street memes never made sense from the beginning. Like, Wall Street memes should have never even consolidated this long. Like, Wall Street memes should have already dumped below the price. Like, it was just the fact that they were manipulating it this much in order to cause it, not for it to dump. So I think the fact that a lot of people really truly believed in this, and the fact that, you know, traders were able to analyze that Wall Street memes was bullshit from the beginning, that's the reason why they were against it. And that's the reason why, and the reason why I could tell you that it's heavily shorted is based on these wicks. When you see these big giant, you know, candlesticks with these giant wicks, which are actually bigger on other time frames, you could go ahead and tell that people were getting shorted and getting liquidated. And these were all just manipulation wicks, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why I know when I see a short squeeze, man, because I was trading AMC and GameStop. I just know what a freaking what a short squeeze looks like, and this is a sign of short squeezes happening. And if you actually go into the 15-minute chart, you can go ahead and see these wicks. Look, these wicks right here give us a lot of data. This tells us a lot of manipulation, a lot of people getting stopped out, and a lot of people getting liquidated. And I actually entered a short like around this area right here, and I actually got liquidated right here. Why? Because they wanted to. They should have never pumped this much. And when you see wicks like this, when they're not supposed to be bullish, like, Wall Street memes should have never pumped this high to begin with. It should have never pumped this high, because if this wasn't as manipulated as people thought it was, this thing should have already dumped down since forever. This thing should have already dumped down since around this area right here, because I actually opened a short right here and I got liquidated right here, as I said, and that happened to me twice. And my goal was to go ahead and ride this wave to the short all the way down. But because of these wicks, because it's being manipulated, the team, maybe, I'm thinking it was a team or a whale, that let's just say a whale, but I'm pretty sure it was a team of Wall Street memes. They were buying their tokens to go ahead and prevent the token from dumping. It looks like they kind of given up, and they're going for the narrative of causing a short squeeze. So what I think they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and panic, or not really panic, but what they're going to go ahead and do, they're going to go ahead and think that the bears won this battle, because you have to understand that these candlesticks that we're seeing, these are just fights between the bears and the bulls. And when you see candlesticks like this that just make no freaking sense, bro, these are liquidity grabs. These are people losing a lot of money, dude. A lot of freaking money, lost money. A lot of people lost money trading Wall Street memes, whether they were going long or short. Because even if you wanted to go short, you would get liquidated down. Even if you wanted to go up long, you would have gotten liquidated down. So, like, you could just tell this was heavily manipulated by something, right? Who knows what it was? I'm not sure if it was a team. I think it was a team. But I think right now what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and give it to the shorts and let them think, you know what? It's over. It's going to go ahead and dump. And they're going to go ahead and double down. And I think that's when Wall Street memes might go ahead and come back in, buying up tokens or whatever the case is, to go ahead and cause their goal to $1, right? And the other reason why I say that is because if you go to their Twitter, I'm not sure if they still have it, but literally when I was talking about a Wall Street memes short squeeze, they started talking about it. Like, I'm not sure, I really kind of doubt it, if they saw and they came across my video and decided to run off with that meme that they are being that they are having a short squeeze. I don't know. I kind of doubt that they watched my video, but it could be a possibility, bro. Squeeze for Wall Street memes. It literally said that, bro. You can't make none of that shit up. And now you can't find the tweet. Like, you can't find it now. Like, I'm not sure if they're riding on the hype on a short squeeze on a video that I make. I really doubt it. But it's quite interesting how you can't find the freaking meme, because they were going with the play of them causing a short squeeze. And I'm not sure if that's considered insider trading from what I told you last video too, that they're talking about they're going to purposely cause a short squeeze. And that's probably the reason why they also deleted the tweet, because that would technically be manipulation of the market from my understanding. So I don't know, bro. It's just a conspiracy theory, but I think that a short squeeze is going to happen. Like I just know when I see a short squeeze, and I wish I had a tool to go ahead and check, to go ahead and confirm my analysis, but pretty much right now my analysis is the trust me, bro. That's about it. So take this with a grain of salt. Like I said, I've been super bearish with Wall Street memes, so like trust me, I wouldn't go ahead and hype nobody up. If you're, if you've been a long subscriber of the channel, I wouldn't do that. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm not here to go ahead and hype you up on a project that is probably dead, and that's kind of the reason why a lot of people don't like or can't stick to watching my content, because you might not want to hear what I have to say. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter what I believe in. What matters is what we're seeing in front of us. And what I truly see in front of us is we're seeing a GameStop / AMC short squeeze potentially happening. And the fact that they tweeted about it, and I also mentioned, that's kind of weird, guys. They finally confirmed that there's going to be a short squeeze. I made a video. Go back to my videos. I confirmed it. I was like, look, Wall Street memes even tweeted it themselves. And I also said, isn't this kind of like insider trading? Like they know that there's a lot of shorts and they're purposely pushing the project up because they've been manipulating the project, bro. It's proof on the way the wicks are. It might not be them. It might be a big whale that has a lot of influence, but someone's manipulating Wall Street memes. Wall Street memes should have already crashed freaking weeks ago, bro. It launched on September 26th. Wall Street memes should have already been dead by now. Realistically, that's why I was bearish on Wall Street memes from the beginning. But as soon as I saw this momentum, I was like, damn, dude, the community's pretty strong. We're seeing a lot of manipulations to the upside. A lot of people think the same way as me, that this token should be shorted. Yeah, it's still holding on to support. So that gives us an indicator that it's being shorted pretty heavily. So I think the team's up to something, and I think that's the way they'll be able to achieve their freaking $1 goal, because they did actually lose a lot of market cap. So the only way to really push this project to the upside is by them letting shorts think they won, pump a whole bunch of pump the market themselves, pushes the market, liquidate shorts, and then Wall Street memes is going to be the freaking talked about token in the crypto industry. That's what I think might happen. I don't know. It's a conspiracy at this point. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but trust me, I've been on an AMC short squeeze, bro. I've been on a GameStop short squeeze. Like, I was in short squeezes before short squeezes were even cool to be in. Trust me. I was in GameStop when nobody believed in GameStop. Nobody cared about GameStop. Nobody believed. No one even understood what a short squeeze was. I was in GameStop when it was $6, when everybody was talking shit about it and never believed in it. And guess who made money off of it? I did. Because I was an early believer. And that's why I always tell you, always buy in what you believe in. It doesn't matter what other people say. That the problem with the market is that people have too many egos, and they purposely think that because something should be down, it should be down. No, dude, it all depends on the community, on the people, what the people believe in, right? And that's why I'm saying that Wall Street memes is giving me that vibes, bro. It's giving me the same freaking vibes as GameStop and AMC. And this is the only narrative, conspiracy theory, that Wall Street memes could really achieve that $1 is by them having some sort of short squeeze. Because trust me, as soon as Wall Street memes pumps to these areas, people are going to FOMO and they're going to buy in, because this is a confirmation that we're going up higher, in my opinion. And then by then, people are going to be buying as it continues to go up, and everybody's going to be talking about it. And hopefully I'm right, because we're gonna go back to the videos and be like, hey guys, remember we talked about the Wall Street meme short squeeze? Like I said, this is a conspiracy theory. I don't know. I'm going to stick to it until I no longer see the signs. But the thing is, like I said, I've been in short squeezes. I've been in the AMC thing. I've been in GameStop. I made a lot of money on those, and I didn't even know what Wall Street memes was, or Wall Street bets was, dude. I didn't even know any of that shit. I only did it because I understood the technicals to it. The only difference is in the stock market, you're actually able to see how many people are shorting through the dark pools and all that. On crypto, I don't know if we have any of those tools. I'm sure we do, but I'm just looking at it from what I understand, from what I've had from previous experience with short squeezes. And I'm actually, right now, I've been writing AMC out. I actually just bought in AMC the last couple days because I knew there was going to be another short squeeze. So I can't make any of this shit up, bro. It's just telling you through experience of me being in short squeezes. I know what they look like. I've never been in a crypto short squeeze though. Edward says, let's say Mike, what's up, bro? How's it going? Tillery says, we just broke 2 million market cap this morning once again with 7 days of the project, 3 million next. Shout out to John from the Vegas EU community family. Thank you, Mike. How's it going, bro? I like your name, Mike Jones. The Jones and the Johns are always the cool guys. He says, you're right. The team manipulated the price, set that whole thing up. That's why I sold Wall Street memes for Vegas EU VIT. You did a good decision, bro. I mean, you're up over more money. At least you're not in a project that's being heavily manipulated. But Wall Street memes was manipulated since the beginning that it launched. That's why I was bearish on it. I got offered, I got offered a deal to go ahead and promote Wall Street memes, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna do it because I think it's gonna dump. And we're gonna go ahead and see. It doesn't mean I won't trade it though. Like, I'll make money off of this, dude. I'm here to make money, and I hope all of you are here to make money as well. Whether it goes up or down, we trade the markets. We're here to make money. I'm not here to sell you freaking dreams about it going to freaking $200. Can I make views off of that? I could, bro. I know my channel could go ahead and take off if I can make these crazy predictions on a lot of these projects, but I know at the end of the day I'll be lying to myself. And I just can't do that, right? Edward says, people that unsubscribe to you because they are mad, too bad for them. Your content charge is what you discuss is very good. I really appreciate you, Edward. I really do appreciate that support. I'd rather have, solid people like all of you right now watching than have a whole bunch of people that only subscribe to me just because they want to go ahead and hear pump news, bro. I don't care what you want to hear. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I believe in and what I think. And then it's up to you to go ahead and make up your decision, right? So a lot of you might not like what I tell you when it comes to the charts, but so far I've been almost calling every top and bottom, dude. Even with Ethereum, I made a video last couple days ago that you could go back to my content, and I literally said, is this the top for Ethereum? Watch out. And a lot of people got mad. You're like, bro, you're fucking fudding the projects. Like, why are you doing that? Like, they're all talking shit on me, and I'm like, dude, I'm still a holder of Ethereum. Like, chill, man. Like, what do you want me to say? Talk about how fucking bullish this project is when I'm seeing red flags? Like, if I lie to you, bro, I'm lying to myself. Do you comprehend that? Like, I'm talking to all of you right now on a camera, but at the end of the day, everything that I'm saying, I'm programming myself subconsciously. So if I tell a lie to all of you, not only am I lying to you, but I'm also subconsciously lying to myself, which makes me a worse trader. My goal here when I make these videos is for you to go ahead and learn from the mistakes that I'm doing. This is the reason why I'm being so open. Tell me who else is going to tell you, hey guys, I got freaking rug pull live on this project. Hey guys, I'm super bullish on this project, but it dumped fucking 50% and now I'm bearish. Tell me who would tell you that. No one will. No one's going to tell you that. Most of these influencers will rug you and won't ever make a video about the project and even say, hey guys, you know what? Sorry, the project that I talked about didn't do as we all planned. I apologize. None of them have done that I've seen. There's a lot of influencers out there that will pump you shit, literal shit, with the intention of scamming you, and they will once never come out apologizing, saying, you know what? I apologize. The trade didn't go as we planned. So far, I have, and I don't care what kind of backlash I get, because at the end of the day, I'm human, bro. So I'm here to make money. I'm here to go ahead and trade, and that's what I'm really here for. I'm here to make money trading. I'm not here to go ahead and sing Kumbaya together, hold our hands on a community, and believe that everything's going to be okay. It's not the case, bro. These fucking tokens are scams 99% of the time. Can you make money? Yes. But you also need to go ahead and enter in early, and you also have to learn when to cut your losses. For example, Illuminati. I was super bullish on it because I got into the hype, and you guys saw me you saw the rug go live. And guess what? I told all of you, all right, guys, I'm going to go into an action plan. If I don't see a pump between this area right here, I'm going to go ahead and sell. And you guys saw all of that, right? I took my L, I said, you know what? It was a rug. It is what it is. On to the next. And I lost only $100 on that trade. That's just the reality of trading, bro. You're gonna hit it big, trust me. But it's gonna cause and it's gonna take you so many freaking L's before you get to that freaking big winner, man. That big winner. All it takes is one project. It's not about how many times you could go ahead and be right. It's all about accepting how many times you're wrong and moving forward. If you don't accept you're wrong, bro, and I'm telling you that this based from experience, right? If you don't accept that you're wrong early on, you're going to be the one, and I'm sure a lot of people probably lost a lot of money on Illuminati. Trust me. I've talked to a lot of you, and a lot of you put in a lot of money, and this is the reason why I told a lot of you, dude, you got too greedy. Just admit it. Who in the right mind invests into a freaking project called Illuminati, bro? Come on. Like, let's be realistic. Like, we could sit here and like cry about how the developers are scammers. We could go ahead and talk about how they were whack for scamming us. But then again, think about it. Who in the right mind invests into a token called Illuminati, bro? Come on. We were being greedy and we lost money and we just move on. And that's all it is. And I'm sure a lot of people bought the dip thinking this was going to pump even higher. Imagine the people that continue to buy the dip. Look at that. Still another 66% down. If I would have never taken my loss right here, I would have walked out with probably $10 right now. And that's when you have to go ahead and admit, you know what, guys, I was wrong. My trade didn't go as well. Okay, I'm done. And that's it, and move on. But don't dwell onto it like, oh, it's going to pump, bro, and then buying every dip. Oh, it's going to pump, bro, and then buy every freaking dip. And now you're left holding a worthless freaking token because you got sold a dream that this was going to be the next freaking Bitcoin. You know what I mean? That's a harsh reality of the truth, bro. It freaking sucks. And I only tell you that because I remember, and a lot of you already know this about me, right? I used to listen to a lot of these crypto influencers, and I used to always wake up panicking, bro, like every freaking day on my bags. I'm like, damn, dude, like I hope we pump today because this influencer said we're gonna hit 100K. It's the next Bitcoin, guys. And I would really believe that kind of bullshit lies. And I know 100% a lot of you listening to this could relate to what I'm telling you. You guys could relate. You're probably like, John, dude, I feel you. I've had that. I've listened to influencers that I really trusted with my life that screwed me at the end because they were talking about how bullish this freaking project was, and it turned out to be a rug pull at the end. Or it never did anything and the project died. Right? So I think, in my opinion, more people are more interested into what gets views and clicks instead of being honest with their community. And my goal right here is not to just be honest to you, but to be honest to myself. Because at the end of the day, it reflects to myself. You know what I mean? If I want to become a better trader, a better investor, I have to go ahead and analyze these markets quickly and make a decision and accept what I did right and what I did wrong, and then just move forward. Because you can't be living in denial and in a delusion. You know what I mean? This is all delusion. If you really believe in some shit that's not going to happen, it's, living in denial. It's not accepting where things are going wrong, and that's when you end up losing a lot of money. It's kind of like the people that have the gambler's mindset, right? They go to the casino and they put in more money, thinking they're going to recover their money back, and they never do. They usually end up losing everything. And they say the house always wins, right? It's almost the same thing in the markets. Trust me, the markets are so manipulated, so controlled, and a prime example of that is Bitcoin today. Guess what happened with Bitcoin? Tell me if it freaking surprises me, bro. Tell me. It doesn't surprise me. I've been saying about manipulation going on in the markets since forever. I told a lot of you, hey guys, go ahead and watch the video, Who Killed Bitcoin, and your whole entire perspective on cryptocurrencies overall will change, and you'll understand how this market moves. Well, guess what? Apparently, Cointelegraph, which is one of the biggest, crypto news outlets, medias, talked about, some sort of Bitcoin spot ETF. I was actually talking to my buddy yesterday, and I said, hey, bro, trust me, by tomorrow, Bitcoin is going to pump. And the reason why I know that is because I'm seeing that a lot of shorts are getting liquidated. We've broken multiple areas of resistance, and I knew that some sort of pump was going to happen, right? I wasn't surprised with the pump because I've been quite bullish with Bitcoin while everybody was bearish. And when everybody was bearish about Bitcoin, I was bullish. Everybody has been bearish about Bitcoin. I've been super bullish, bro. And I've been bearish the last 3 months while everybody was bullish. I'm doing the complete opposite of what everybody thinks, right? And so far, we've been hitting it. Doesn't mean I'm always correct. No, dude, I don't want to be correct. Trust me. I'm here to go ahead and learn because I become a better trader, I become a better person, and now I'm able to go ahead and come up with better information to show you and understand the markets a little bit more, right? I'm learning the markets every day, dude. I want to learn from you. I'm not the best at this. I'm not the best trader. I'm not the best analyst. I would say I'm pretty good, and I'm good than most people. But I'm learning every day, bro. I'm learning something new every day. And with what happened with Cointelegraph talking about this spot ETF being approved, caused a massive wick to the upside. Look at this. Shorts got super liquidated, causing Bitcoin to pump all the way up to $30,000. If this was really bearish, in my opinion, Bitcoin should have already tanked off the news, but it looks like Bitcoin's holding on pretty well with the news. So what am I trying to tell you? Well, Cointelegraph, for all those that don't understand, it's actually, okay, Bitcoin's super centralized, by the way. For all those that think that Bitcoin's a decentralized freaking coin, it's not, bro. It's total bullshit. Bitcoin is as controlled as a freaking stock market is. Crypto is super controlled, bro. It's not even a joke how controlled Bitcoin is. And if till this day you haven't noticed how controlled Bitcoin is, dude, you're living under a rock. And this is the kind of video I want you to go ahead and watch. I'm not gonna tell you. This is gonna be an eye opener, bro. I was literally almost freaking out of my mind for like 2 days because I was like, dude, everything that I believed was true is actually true. It's like, this is a confirmation. And one of you suggested this video. I don't remember who it was. Shout out to you. You opened up my mind to this. But this is what you need to go ahead and watch. This video right here. It only has 20,000 views. Why do you think they only have 20,000 views? Because they don't want you to freaking see this video. They only promote the videos that they want people to see. They're not going to promote you the truth. That's just the reality of the thing. They're always going to go ahead and control the narrative to go ahead and promote whatever they want you to see, whatever they is. You know, I don't know what it is. We could go into conspiracy theories. I'm not, because then I take a hit on the YouTube channel, and there's just things I can't talk about, unfortunately. That's the reality, you know. I just have to be very neutral when it comes to a lot of these things. But once you start to open your eyes around what's really going on in the world, I called out a black swan event 3 months ago. I told you this. Hey guys, be on the lookout. We're going to have some sort of black swan event. It might be an alien invasion, it might be war, or it might be some sort of flu coming in. And guess what happened? A war came in literally last couple weeks. You can't make none of this shit up, bro. You could go back to my videos. This is all by design. This is not a coincidence to anything that happens in the world, right? Go ahead and check out Who Killed Bitcoin, bro. And you're going to understand everything of what I'm saying, of how centralized Bitcoin really is. It's not decentralized, bro. It's bullshit. It's BS. Bitcoin's here to stay, though. I tell you that. Bitcoin's here to make massive pumps, and it's going to go ahead and be a wealth transfer. And this is the reason why I want all of you to understand this, because once you understand this, you know how to play their game. Because this is all a game to them. They're going to pump the markets whenever they want. There's things to go ahead and analyze and look at to have a better edge. But at the end of the day, we don't really know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on, bro. Nobody knows what's going on except for the Federal Reserve and the banks, because they're the ones who control everything, right? And talking about controlling everything, if you watch this video, the people, the banks, institutions, whatever you want to call them, that control Bitcoin because they own a lot of miners, and they pretty much control Bitcoin at this point because of how many miners they have. They also control the news source of crypto. Isn't that actually quite funny? The same entity that controls Bitcoin, because they're the biggest miner right now, Bitcoin, also controls these big crypto news sources. Here's the reason why I don't talk about news, bro. Some of you get mad. You're like, hey, John, why aren't you more realistic like some other YouTubers that, you know, talk about news and talk about factual news? Because, like, dude, news are not real. Like, if you're just realizing that that news are all just fake, like you're like living in a bubble, bro. Like news are fake, man. Like, I really hope a lot of you are waking up to what's going on in the world and what's going on to crypto, because this is not just a crypto thing. This is not just a make money thing. Yes, we're all here to make money, but what my goal overall is for all of us to understand what's really going on in this, you know, hectic world, and how to go ahead and stay united during these times. Because the only way we're going to win is by all of us being united, helping each other out during times like this. You know what I mean? During projects, whether it's finding the next alpha, maybe it's like, hey, look, I found this new NFT, or maybe you found this new tool that helps you analyze the markets a little bit more, right? That's what I'm trying to create here with this community. I want a strong community that is full of wolves, bro. I don't want sheep in this community, man. If you don't have your own open mind and you can't take anything of what I'm saying, I don't even want you to be here, bro. To be honest, I don't even want your view or your subscribe. Just leave to another channel that's gonna go ahead and tell you about how Bitcoin's gonna hit freaking 100,000 next week and how Shiba Inu might hit $10 and you're gonna become a freaking billionaire. That's not the kind of channel here. I will use clickbait here and there because unfortunately, in the world we live in, I have to go ahead and capture people's attention to even listen to me, right? But what I'm trying to say is that if you understand and you're in the same path of what I'm saying, and I don't really have to say much to understand, right? If you understand what I just said, you're in the right place. And there's going to be a lot of crazy shit coming on in the next coming months, next coming years. It's not even funny, dude. It's not even funny. But the only way to stay at edge is by having like-minded communities. So having a community that understands what's going on and helping each other. Because if you're, running around like a headless chicken, freaking listening to what kind of news source is going on, you're gonna drive yourself crazy, bro. And you're never gonna find an escape of what's really going on in the world. People were calling about the stock market dumping, bro. Ever since the war happened, the stock market has been making newer highs. You can't make none of this shit up, bro. Like if you can't click 2 and 2 together, you're freaking lost, and there is no hope of saving you at this point. Honestly, I'm sorry to say that, but I told a lot of people. A lot of people are like, oh, dude, the market's going to crash because the war is going on. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry to tell you, but war is good for the markets because war is business for these freaking central banks. And if you don't think it's an odd that these Republicans and Democrats and all these politicians were investing into defense stocks and cyber stocks over the weekend before they announced this war and their stock went up like crazy, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, there's no coincidence that they knew what freaking defense stocks to buy, knowing that there might be a war around the corner. And it just so happened that the week they came back, their stocks pumped a lot. You can't make none of this shit up, guys. I'm telling you. You can't make none of this up. And if you can't see what's in front of your face, then I don't know, maybe it's not your time to go ahead and understand what's going on, or maybe it's too late for you to be safe and no one can really save you. And I don't know what to tell you because I'm giving you all the green flags there. And like I said, there's so much I could really say on YouTube, so I have to really hold myself back. But I just pretty much gave you some sources. Who killed Bitcoin? Watch that video. Analyze what's going around in the world around you. Big Pharma coming out, commercials. I know Mello was talking about that. Is there a coincidence that freaking stocks go up during this kind of season? Dude, it's not. You can't make none of this shit up, bro. Hey, what's up, Natoshi? How's it going? What are you doing today? Shout out to Natoshi, by the way. One of my favorite YouTubers. She's one of my favorite ones. She has really good content. She does a lot of actual TA, unlike John. I do very minimal TA, guys. I'm more like a conspiracy theorist at this point. like straight up, I really am. Go ahead and check out Natoshi. She has really good content. If you're more into the TA, you're like, hey, John, you know what, bro? You're too fucking crazy for me. I don't care. I just want to go ahead and listen to charts. Natoshi's your kind of person. She has a great attitude too, so you'll have definitely fun watching her. But if you like the crazy John, conspiracy John, tinfoil John, with a little bit of TA mixed with that and some DJing plays, then I'm your channel, right? But if you want to stick to like just a TA where you can learn the FX markets, Natoshi's really good. I literally try to watch her every day on her live streams. I try to tune in. She has really good content, really good at TA, more experience than me 100%, and a lot better than me, so I could go ahead and own that to that 100%. So definitely go ahead and give her a look to Natoshi. She's really good at what she does. But let's go ahead and read some comments right now. Mike Jones says, respect, listen to what he's saying, BIT. TFK, how's it going, bro? How's it going, bro? Hope you're doing good. Ethereum is pumping. What red flags did you see from Ethereum, bro? I see some bullish things like safe chain, own blockchain, and rewarding fees with gas. So the biggest problem that I saw, TF, is the support. We lost multiple supports. You know what I mean? Edward says, good luck, sleep time for me. I'll see you on the next one. See you tomorrow, Edward. You have a good one, all right, bro? I really appreciate you for tuning in, staying here and listening. Really do. I think they appreciate you a lot. Let's see what Ranger says. Twerk is start to move up again. LOL. You got nothing. .eth and people still send ETH. Hey, shout out to Black Ranger. We're going to go ahead and be doing a collab very soon. Longtime supporter of the channel as well. And he's getting actually his YouTube crypto channel up and running. So definitely looking forward to that. So like I said, guys, you know, anything that you guys have going on, whether it's, you know, another channel, I encourage all of you to, you know, start your own YouTube channel. You know, I think one of the biggest things that we should have in this, you know, field that we're in is having a little bit more of an open mind, right? A lot of people are very close-minded. A lot of people are, you know, stick to a plan of like, no, it has to be this way because I say so. And then we see the opposite of the result, right? So, I'm sure a lot of you already could tell I'm very open-minded about a lot of this shit. I know a lot of this shit is bullshit to begin with, and a lot of people are not gonna like it. And I could really care. I don't care. I really don't care if you believe it or you don't believe it. I don't want you to believe it. I want all you to go ahead and make your own analysis, come up with your own predictions, and most importantly, do your own research. This is like literally when I come up on these videos is really just to go ahead and have a talk between, you know, a person to another person and maybe see the world at a different perspective. I feel like not enough people do that, you know? Let's go ahead and see what Tillery says. Me and girl went to casino Saturday night, spent about $300 and we walked out with about $1,000. Hey, congratulations, Tillery. Let's freaking go. Tillery says, I bought more Vegas Inu token. Shout out to Vegas Inu token. Going to be doing another video today. And then Natoshi, thank you, John. John is the best. And Natoshi's the best. She's going to be coming out with her own token, she says. That'd actually be a really good token, Natoshi token. Toke says, I got into Dragon. Hopefully it plans out. How are you doing today, Toke? Hope you had a great weekend today. Or last week. See, I'm already kind of stuck in the past, bro. I think we were in Illuminati together, right? If I'm not mistaken. I got into Dragon. Hopefully it plans out. So I've actually been hearing a lot about Dragon. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Dragon is doing. I did see that with Dragon. So let me go ahead and pull that out. Where's my freaking charts, bro? That's on my charts. That's on my charts. Okay, I think I got rid of my tab. So Dex view. I have been hearing about Dragon, dude. I was going to jump into it, but I decided not to jump into it. Alright, let's go ahead and see what Dragon's at right now. I think they were at a pre-sale, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think, oh, dude, another successful launch. We were just talking about why pink sales are freaking scams, and right here it looks like this is another successful project going on right here. So looks like they did about a 2.36x from its pre-sale. Currently all-time high was 3.58, and it looks like it's retracing slightly a bit. Might be a bind a dip opportunity. I don't know. Like I said, it's really difficult when it comes to a lot of these tokens to do TA, especially shitcoins. But if you do want to go ahead and take a look at this, I would just go ahead and pay attention to this area right here. Maybe call it an area of support. But yeah, volume does seem like it's slightly decreasing. But like I said, with these shitcoins, it's just really all about the hype of what's coming in. We are seeing a lot of selling pressure coming in, but it's really all about the hype, man. I mean, refunds looking like it's taking a little hit, dude. Oh my god, I'm so freaking pissed at this point. You can't make none of this shit up. You really can't. Looks like we are having a reversal possibly. I don't know. What I saw, and the reason why I jumped in is because I saw a possible cup and handle pattern forming. So we're going to go ahead and see if that actually does play out. Hopefully it does. Like I said, with shitcoins, you know, usually TA doesn't always work out, but it is actually, it's been working out, you know, these last couple of days, surprisingly. So if refund pumps, I think refund's going to be pumping in about 2 hours. And the reason why I say that is because the Asian market's going to be opening around that time. It's usually when people start trading. So I do believe that we should be having some sort of you know, bullishness coming in, a lot of volume and momentum coming in later on today. For some of you it might be, you know, in the morning. For some of you it might be at night. So we should be having a lot of, you know, momentum coming in the next 2 hours. So be ready for that. could be the last time buying this dip. I don't know. Just be extra cautious. This is at an area of support. We could go ahead and easily flip, but refund looks bullish to me, man. I ended up selling right here because I bought in somewhere around here yesterday, I believe. I sold over here last night. I took like a little hit because I just didn't want to go to sleep with my position open, especially with shitcoins, bro. They literally could die overnight. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait, and then I got my confirmation and I bought in at the top again. So I've been you know, buying high, selling low. That's been my strategy. You know, it's been working. Being sarcastic, by the way, guys. But yeah, I have been buying high, buying low. You don't want to do that. So but right here I feel confident, man. I feel so confident about my trade that I'm not even worried, because I understood that this area of support, you know, picked up pretty nicely. It doesn't mean that I can't, you know, reject it and, you know, lose its support. But right now, I actually feel more confident with refund than I did right here. And that's what I'm telling you. It's all depending on what you feel confident with and comfortable with when it comes to buying a lot of these tokens or entering a position on any trade, right? It's if you believe in it, trust me, more than likely it's going to do good. But like I said, we are at a critical area with this, but I'm sure we will be seeing some sort of pump in the next 2 hours. So be on the lookout for that. I will be making a video on that. And I think that's pretty much it. You know, we talked about the Bitcoin manipulation, which I don't think I have to go in any more further on that. I think we're bullish. You know, I think we're probably going to go ahead and see a break to $29,000 this week. I've been, you know, thinking that for the last couple weeks. I'm pretty freaking bullish on Bitcoin, bro. I know everybody's super bearish. Everybody's been bearish, talking about Bitcoin falling down to, you know, back to $24,000. And I think with this fake news, dude, there was no coincidence that they accidentally leaked some news. You know, maybe they did get the freaking ETF approved, and they're just testing how the people will react to it. I don't know, man. All conspiracies, but in my opinion, Bitcoin's looking solid. If we actually go ahead and take a look at the DXY has literally been planning almost this whole entire path line that we did, the little arrow that we did the last couple weeks. So we've literally drew this out probably last week, and I told you that we could be seeing a rejection around this area in the 106 and possibly see Bitcoin, you know, finally thrive, because Bitcoin lacked a lot for a whole entire week, dude. Bitcoin didn't do shit. It had the opportunity to do something and it didn't do anything. Bitcoin just freaking dumped when it should have been pumping, right? So hopefully if the DXY continues with this kind of activity and we continue to see the DXY fall down, I hope we do. Doesn't mean we can't go ahead and touch 106 one more time tomorrow before breaking down to the downside. But if we do actually see the DXY just dump down all the way tomorrow and we break this area of support down to the 104, I'm going to be extremely bullish for Bitcoin and crypto in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I think a lot of positive things are coming up. For me personally, I like taking the approach that when everybody's negative in the market, that's the time to be bullish, and vice versa, right? And I've been really bearish in this market for the last 3 months, and I've actually just changed my outlook in the market the last 2 weeks. So, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm still bullish with Bitcoin, and I'm still bullish with this market of what we could be expecting. A lot of volatility, a lot of money to be made, and also a lot of money to be lost. Be very, very careful. And for Ethereum, as I mentioned already, I already kind of told you the reasons why I was I got some red flags with Ethereum and why I've been bearish on it. And it's because we broke the 2 areas of support. And like I said, I'm still holding on to my position just because I pretty much have no other option to. I'm still holding on to this. I was actually providing liquidity. So I've been a market maker. I was making money off fees, off trading fees when people would trade. I think I threw in about $1,600 if I'm not mistaken, or a little bit, $1,500, $1,600, somewhere around that range. And yeah, man, so I'm in a situation right now where I'm not making too much money on fees, if not any. To be honest, is out of range. The price of the pool is outside of your selector range. Your position is currently not earning any fees. So I'm not earning any freaking fees. So not only am I kind of screwed, because if I pull out and remove liquidity right now, I get in permanent loss, meaning I lose everything besides this amount that I put in. And at the time that I jumped in, I put in about $1,500. So I would lose the rest of the tokens if I pull out right now. But if I just wait, and if it does pump, I could, you know, recover, not only, you know, go back to my $1,500, but I could also go ahead and make more money off on fees from the pump. So I'm in one of those situations where I'm just going to go ahead and hold it off, honestly. This is super, super risky, but at this point, with the news of Ethereum that are coming out, the sequel awaits, whatever the fuck that means, man. We're going to go ahead and hope it's some good news, right? If it's some good news, then it's going to pay off pretty well. If it doesn't, then it is what it is, you know? This is the reason why I always say only invest when we're willing to lose. The reason why I was bearish is because we lost this area of support, then we lost this other area of support, and if we can't go ahead and push up to the upside and we lose this area of support, I'm going to be super bearish, and I'm more than likely probably going to sell my position and say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take an L on the rest of the money. It is what it is. And the reason why the reason why I was saying what I'm saying, the reason why I haven't, you know, taken an L on it yet is because I'm providing liquidity, bro. So if I take out right now, I get in permanent loss, meaning I don't get the money back. I only get the money that you see right here sitting on the interface. But I put in $1,600 or $1,500. So the rest of those tokens that could have made up for the $1,500 again, it's gone. So I kind of have no other option but to keep my liquidity there and hope that it freaking does good in order to get back to kind of, you know, close to what I put, or just take an L right now and then just, you know, but I'm bullish on Ethereum. That's the other thing. I'm bullish on the token. So that's the reason why I'm not going to go ahead and take that L just yet. But if I do continue to see these signs, it's not looking good. We need to go ahead and see a reversal quickly. Quickly. And ideally, I would like to go ahead and see it break this area. Like I said, I'm a holder. I'm bearish. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I really don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm just going to tell you what I believe and I think. And we are super bearish until we see it break this area of resistance. Once we see it break above that, then we could go ahead and celebrate and talk about how cool and bullish Ethereum is. But until then, I'm going to be bearish. Yes, I'm a holder of Ethereum. You can call me a fudder. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just giving you my opinion of what I believe is going on in the market. Pepe 2.0 is looking good, by the way, as well. We're going to go and see where things are going, man. Looks like the markets are pumping. They're reacting really well. And great time to be in the markets. Natoshi says, haha, I will, I promise. TF says, bro, you will recover 100%. They have their own blockchain, and Snapchat today will increase the price 100%, bro. I'm super freaking bullish on Ethereum. Like, I literally have this feeling in my gut that when I go to sleep, like, I don't panic about Ethereum. Like, I really don't. Like, to the point where, like, I didn't even look at the market for like almost 2 to 3 days. Like, I stopped looking at the market Friday night when we did the pre-sale together live on Illuminati, and we got freaking rugged live. That was the last trade I took, leading all the way up to Sunday, and I didn't really look into the markets until, you know, last night, Sunday, or today. I was like, shit, dude, like, market's not looking too well. But Pepe 2.0 is about to almost hit 40% pump, so Pepe 2.0 might go ahead and take a pump as well. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout to enter a position on Pepe 2.0. I would suggest, not financial advice, to go ahead and place a trade on MEXC, because you get to use leverage. And not only that, but you also get to support the channel, obviously. You get a chance to get up to $20,000 in sign-up bonuses. No KYC. Literally takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. But I'm looking to go ahead and take a position in Pepe 2.0. I was holding on to this. I literally just freaking sold yesterday, dude. I'm so fucking pissed, man. You can't make none of this shit up. I literally sold yesterday to go ahead and enter a refund, to go ahead and make a quick little trade. I was expecting a nice little 3x. Imagine getting a nice little 3x overnight, right? But I'm still bullish on refund right now. Even though I threw in $500, I'm already down $200, man. So I've been taking a lot of L's trading these last couple days. It is what it is, but I feel confident with the refund. I do think refund's going to have a nice little pump, making all-time highs probably by tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that trade for a couple days, see how it goes, and hopefully could go ahead and capture another position back into Pepe 2. With Pepe 2, I'm going to go ahead and use MEXC to go ahead and use leverage. Probably throw in anywhere between $300 to $500, maybe even $100, because $100 does it, man. $100, maybe with a 10x leverage or 8x leverage, and then just ride the wave all the way up, bro. Like, dude, that's easy freaking money. Like, no joke. This is easy money when you're using leverage and you understand what's going on. Trust me. Super volatile though, super volatile. You could lose a lot of money. But when I entered a trade on Pepe 2, this is the reason why I'm so bullish, bro. Check this out. Listen carefully. So I entered a trade on Pepe 2 around right here with MEXC, and I rolled the wave all the way up, bro. And I literally made about like 10 grand that freaking day. 10 grand, bro. 10 grand that freaking pump from here to here. And I didn't even throw in that much money. I think at the time I only threw in like about either $300 to $1,000, and I was slowly buying in. And I was only playing with about 7x leverage, or probably even less. So if you kind of play it safe, even with a little bit of money, like let's say you put in $100 and you're using, you know, 7x, that's a $700 pretty much that you have as liquidity, right? And instead of let's say Pepe 2.0 does a 20x, right? Because I think that's what it's going to do. If you put in $700 at a 20x, it's not going to be crazy money, but it's going to be a nice return. That's about $14,000 with only risking $100. Like, wouldn't you be okay risking $100, 7x leverage to make $14,000, bro? I would. You know, obviously you could go into the little riskier plays where if you want to put in $3,000, use leverage, which if you don't understand leverage, I wouldn't do it. But imagine this, $3,000 with a 20x, bro. Look at this, $60,000, bro. You can't make none of this shit up. And imagine if you're using leverage with $3,000, right? Look at this. That's $21,000, right? Now you have a position that you could use as if you had $21,000. And let's say you get a 20x leverage, this shit pumps 20x. You can't make none of this shit up. $420,000. Obviously, it seems a lot easier than what it really is. Leverage trading, there's a lot of manipulation, a lot more things that go into it. But the power of leverage trading is super big, and especially if you can pick up onto momentum, like you can right here. Like I'm seeing the momentum right here with Pepe 2.0. For me, this is what I'm going to look for, just to be a little bit safer, right? I'm going to go ahead and see a break above this area. This has been a very area. These two areas right here have been very critical areas of resistance for myself, and we lost these two areas of support, right? Support becomes resistance. So for me to go ahead and place this leverage position and feel comfortable doing it, I'm going to go ahead and see a break around this area right here, and I'm going to enter a trade, leverage trading. Hopefully I can make a quick little nut on refund so I can throw it on Pepe 2 and ride this wave. It's not always a case, guys, by the way. It's not always a case, chat. I don't want to go ahead and tell you that this is 100% going to freaking happen. I'm just telling you based on the experience of what I've seen happen on tokens. They always go ahead and have this quick reversal where it literally does this massive U, bro. It usually does this. Sometimes it can't reach all the way to its all-time highs, and then this is where it dumps. And it could go ahead and find its new area of support before pumping all the way up. I know this looks freaking crazy, bro, but if you've been in crypto for a cool minute, or you've been trading meme coins, you've noticed that there's this kind of similar pattern where it does this, where it dumps this much, bro, and then it just like pumps like freaking crazy. So I think that's what's going to be happening. Like I said, I'm waiting for confirmation. As soon as I get a confirmation, I'll let you know as soon as I place my trade. But I am looking to go ahead and use MEXC just so I could go ahead and enter and sell position quickly, and I don't have to worry about getting sandwich attacked by MEB bots. So I don't know, just a little bit of alpha. Be on the lookout for that. Like I said, I haven't entered a position yet, but it is giving me a very bullish sign. Exactly what I've been waiting for these last... Dude, I've been waiting for Pepe 2.0 to pump again the last 3-6 months. And during this trade right here, I actually made about $30,000, and unfortunately, I got too greedy and I lost it all. But around this area right here, that's where I made about 30 grand because I had two positions open. I had one on MEXC, and then I had one on what is it called? On MetaMask. And MetaMask, it's cool, but honestly, it's just too risky. You know, you could get sandwich attacks and it's too much BS. So for me personally, if I'm trading something with this much volatility, I would rather trade it on MEXC. But you do have to keep in mind, you do have the problem of getting liquidated, which means you'll lose all your money. With this, if you're trading on MEXC, if you're holding onto a token and it dumps 90%, you still have the chance for the token to recover. But when you're trading leverage and a token dumps 80%, bro, your money's gone, man. that shit's gone. It's like they're letting you borrow the money and they're hoping that you could go ahead and make the right trade. If you don't, they're gonna go ahead and take the rest of your money. So it's really risky. So I don't want to make it seem easy and sell you a freaking dream that it's so freaking easy, but I'm telling you through experience, when I jumped into freaking Pepe 2, I made about 30 grand from this pump. I got faked out right here because I was being an idiot and I wanted to make 100 grand that day, and I kept on buying the dip, and eventually I got liquidated and I lost all my freaking money. So yeah, I'm going through my own shit too myself from that trade, but I've learned a lot, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about, just accepting your loss and, you know, being real with yourself and not being greedy. And I got greedy right here. So my goal this time is not to get too greedy, and as soon as I make a nice little freaking profit like that, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a day and just not look at the charts. Because if you're looking at the charts with a really good trade that you have, you're gonna try to get into a dumb trade and you're gonna lose your money. So just be very, very careful, by the way. Hey Bernie, how's it going? Roland says never spend more than you're willing to lose. 100%, man, 100%. Yeah, Bernie's right here, bro. Bernie's back in action. Roland says, hi rollers with Vegas Inu 777 bullish. I agree. Welcome, Roland. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody that is brand new to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. Another alpha I'm going to go ahead and give you, and this is what I'm going to be doing moving forward because I'm feeling some sort of bullish run, dude. I'm feeling like meme coin season coming around the corner. I have a strong feeling we're going to have a lot of volatility coming in the space. And if you're trading these shit coins using Uniswap or 1inch, bro, you're gonna lose a lot of money. I've been doing that, and this is one of the quickest ways to lose a lot of money because you get sandwich attacks, you get all this BS that actually goes into DeFi that you have to deal with. And a project that I've been looking at has been unibot.app. I've been talking about this for the last couple months. I've been playing around with it, and what this does is that you can actually go ahead and do limit orders. You can go ahead and sniper. You can do mirror snipers, which means you can go ahead and copy someone else's trade, kind of like copy trading. But the thing is that you know, on DeFi you can go ahead and analyze like what whale has what kind of trade, and usually, you know, when it comes to DeFi we tend to follow what whales are doing. You can actually just copy their contract, their address, and place it, and it'll do every trade for you. Fail guard, which is very important. I actually got into a rug pull, I think it was on Friday or Thursday night. I got into another rug pull. I was literally in profits, bro. I was chilling. I wake up, my buddy's calling me, he's like, hey dude, like this shit's pumping like crazy, and then literally pull the rug, dude. And I was like, damn dude, I was up like a 3x. I should have taken my profits early on. And they pull the rug on us really quickly, right? So with fair guard sell, what it does is that it quickly does a buy and sell for you to go ahead and analyze if the contract, if the smart contract is legit or not, if it's a honeypot, if it's a complete scam, and all of that. So you're actually able to go ahead and prevent a lot of these kind of scams that we get into, right? And then also they have private transactions, which is really cool. That means no one could really track your wallet. And this helps you with sandwich attacks. For all those that don't know what sandwich attacks are, there's in the DeFi space, there's something called an MEV bot, which is pretty much what they do is called a sandwich attack. Meaning, and the reason why they call it a sandwich attack is because there's a buyer and there's a seller, and then there's a buyer in the middle, right? So what they do, what this bot does, is that it quickly buys and sells a position in order to get your position filled in. So they pretty much get a huge spread out of your order. For all those that have been trading, like, you know, stocks or, you know, those exchanges like, you know, MEXC or any of that, you understand spreads, right? But for those people that are straight degens and only trade DeFi, spreads are pretty much like the level between the, you know, the middle where they take, kind of like the profits, right? So pretty much middlemaning you the token at a higher price. So let's say, for example, what a sandwich attack bot would do for you, and these are bots that do this for you. All right, this is not a human, you know, buying and selling quickly. It's a bot. What they would do, and this is a bot right here. You see this? This is a great example of what a bot does. So they quickly buy and they quickly sell in the market. And what they do is that they sell you the token at a higher price. So as soon as you get your order filled in, you're already at a loss because they ended up selling you the price at a higher price. Selling you the token at a higher price. Sorry. And that's kind of the thing with DeFi, right? Because you have to go ahead and have your own market makers, and it's a whole entire thing about freaking DeFi too, bro. I try to make it as simple as possible, but being a market maker is pretty much providing liquidity, pretty much like with what I'm doing right now with Ethereum, right? I'm providing liquidity, and because I'm providing liquidity for people to trade and buy and sell, I actually get paid for being that person, for providing the money. You know what I mean? So I'm helping the pool as a liquidity, as a market maker, to go ahead and allow people to buy and sell a token without having to worry too much about liquidity, right? And then people like market makers like myself or other bots then go ahead and get rewarded through fees. So I get, you know, I get a daily fee every couple minutes, just because I'm providing liquidity, right? And it's a whole entire thing with DeFi, bro. I apologize if I, you know, complicated it for you. I'll, you know, later down the future make a video where I could go ahead and kind of simplify this, but be on the lookout for the token that I'm telling you, unibot.app. Like I said, I actually did buy some, but I do think it's going to drop even lower. I actually sold my position up here at 150. This token went as high as 200. I think this token could be worth all the way up to 300 plus during a bull run, and I'm waiting for my price target to be under 40 bucks. So it looks like we are more than likely probably going to get rejected. So be on the lookout for this token right here. I think we could go ahead and get it under $40. I've been patient. I've literally been waiting since over here, and I've told all of you, I'm going to wait for this thing to fall below $40. And hopefully if it dumps below $40, we could probably get lucky and get around $20 to $30. But be on the lookout for this Unibot. This is going to be one of the best ways, in my opinion, to go ahead and be trading these markets and not get too head slam like we have been in the last couple days. So go ahead and check out that platform. Natural Selector, how's it going, my guy? How you been, bro? Long time no see. Hope you're doing good. Finn, Pepe 2.0, been going crazy. Got a position yesterday in both. Congratulations, bro. I was actually just talking about Pepe 2. How I'm looking to go ahead and enter a position myself. And then Black Ranger says, I need MEXC. Yeah, dude, you need to go ahead and try it out, man. MEXC is a good platform for myself personally, especially because we're like degens. And what I've noticed, bro, it's like this is like the little alpha, right? It's not always the case, but it's usually the case all the freaking time. As soon as a token launches on MEXC, like from DeFi, like let's say like no exchanges listed, but as soon as MEXC launches a token, it literally dumps, bro. So usually what I like to go ahead and do is I like to go ahead and long the market on the DeFi side, and as soon as they get launched on MEXC or like LBank or any of these exchanges, you short them, and you short them all the way down. And I actually did that with TIP, and I think TIP's actually pumping right now, right? See what's going on with TIP. So it looks like we're having some sort of movement right now going on. Hopefully these freaking projects pump, bro. So TIP's pumping like crazy, dude. What's going on with TIP? Probably had a short squeeze, man, to be honest. Here's what a short squeeze looks like, guys. For all those that are asking me like, hey John, how can you tell what a short squeeze looks like? Well, this is a perfect example of a short squeeze right here. This token probably had no reason to go ahead and pump. I don't even know what TIP did, bro, but I remember longing this 15 minutes until once it got launched on MEXC. 15 minutes in, I made some money going long, and then 15 minutes down the line, I made some money shorting it down. So that's kind of the thing I've noticed when it comes to a lot of these shitcoins when they get listed on these exchanges, is shorting them. Not financial advice, but that's what I think. But yeah, pretty crazy times in the market. We're gonna go ahead and see. I think we have still about an hour and a half for us to go ahead and see some sort of movement into the markets. We should be seeing that very soon. Like I said, just keep an eye out on the projects that I told you. Refund, Vegas Inu token. Then we also have Ethereum. We are at a very critical area of support on Ethereum, so just be very, very cautious. I'm bullish because they're coming out with the sequel, whatever the fuck that means, bro. So we're gonna go ahead and see what the sequel means. And then they also have, like, they're in talks with Mayweather, which I don't know how bullish that really is. To me, I really don't care who freaking talks about a project, but maybe it does pump the bags. I don't know. And then Wall Street memes possibly having a short squeeze. And then Pepe 2.0, I also did mention that we will be having a short squeeze on Pepe 2.0. I forgot to mention that, guys. The reason why I believe Pepe 2.0 is going to pump to these all-time highs that I'm talking about and maybe even surpass it. Keep in mind, Pepe 2.0 hit a market cap of 90-something million market cap. I think it hit a 90 or 50 million market cap. I can't recall. That's a pretty huge difference. So I'm just going to say 50 million, right? Remind me, I'm sure a lot of you have been in this with me since the beginning, but Pepe 2.0 will go ahead and have a short squeeze, especially now with them being listed on a lot of these centralized exchanges such as MEXC. So I do think that as soon as it starts pumping around this area right here, around these two areas right here, I like to keep it very, very simple. I like to keep the TA very, very simple. I think as soon as we see Pepe pump around these two areas right here, a lot of shorts are going to start getting liquidated or getting stopped out, causing Pepe 2.0 to pump. And then a lot of the newbies that don't know anything about, you know, short squeezes or liquidations or stop losses, they're just going to think, damn, bro, this token's up 50%. Let me go ahead and buy. And then the FOMO starts to kick in. So I believe, in my opinion only, that FOMO will begin to kick in around these areas right here. And that's what's going to cause Pepe 2.0 to pump up even higher. So we have some critical areas to look at. Like I said, I think this is going to be a really good season for October. Doesn't mean it's going to be a bullish month overall. I think October, November, I think by November, early December is going to be kind of like where the sell-off begins. And that's because corporate companies that do hold on to crypto or any other assets usually tend to go ahead and take losses before the new year for tax purposes. So just be on the lookout for that. But I don't think this run's gonna last for forever. So whatever money you're making in right now, make sure to take profits. Put some money to the side, USDT maybe. Be prepared to buy some dips. Be prepared to go ahead and jump into some buying opportunities. A lot of things are going to be going on in the next coming weeks. A lot of noise in the market. Don't get distracted by the freaking BitBoy news and all this bullshit news. You know, this SEC don't pay attention to that, bro. Don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to what's in front of you. The rest is noise, okay? A lot of these things are entertaining. They're cool to listen to. But overall, focus on what's in front of us. And we're seeing what's going on with the market right now. Despite the fact that the ETF news for Bitcoin was fake, we're still seeing a pump in Bitcoin. So it's telling us that people are still feeling somewhat bullish, right? So as long as we go ahead and continue to hold 27,687, I think we should be good. And we should go ahead and see Bitcoin probably end the week at $29,000, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but like I said, I've been saying this for the last freaking weeks. I hope it plays out, bro. I have some freaking options on Bitcoin. And if it does stay above that, I'm going to make a nice little bag. And if not, then I'm going to lose a nice little bag too. So I'm crossing my fingers, bro. I'm crossing my fingers. Black Airsoft says, I need to figure out how to use MEXC. Yeah, MEXC is a little difficult, bro. I'm going to go ahead and make a course on how to use MEXC. Probably one of these days, probably like on a Saturday or a Friday, I'll go ahead and do a live stream where we could go ahead and talk about MEXC. And we could go ahead and do some live trades together just that way so you guys can understand like the tools, how to use it. You know, leverage trading is a really good, cool thing. It's kind of like shit coins, where if you put in a little bit of money, you can make a boatload of money, but it's really, really risky, right? And that's where it comes to, having somewhat of a risk management. Because I was trading, futures these last couple days or a couple months, I was like, dude, I got tired of getting liquidated, right? It's not like meme coins where you can just hold and pray and hope that it doesn't fall below a certain price. When you're trading these markets, they're a lot more manipulated when you're actually trading them. So you have to be very, very careful. But yeah, I'll definitely go ahead and do that. Natural Selector says, what do you think about OG Pepe? He says, thought 2.0 went to 80 millish, then dump. I think it probably did, bro. I think it went to 95 million market cap, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm like 50% correct, I'm almost positive it hit 95 million market cap on Pepe 2.0. And then PT Tim, we'll talk about Pepe right now. We're going to go ahead and end the stream with talking about Pepe. And then PT Tim says, use a MEV blocker for sure, or Jared from Subway going to sandwich you. One of the many ways to lose money in DeFi. 100%. What's a pretty good MEV blocker, Tim? I would definitely like to go ahead and hear that because, DeFi, dude. DeFi is one of those places that you really get wrecked. You really get taken advantage in DeFi if you don't understand anything of what we're talking about. And the thing is that most people don't understand what we're saying. I could guarantee you that most people, even in crypto, don't even know what the heck an MEV bot is. DeFi And crypto and NFTs are two different things, bro. They're three different things. Like, it's a whole complete different world, right? So even with DeFi, dude, I'm learning new tools every day that I'm just like, damn, dude, I didn't know this tool existed, right? So MEV bots, if you know any of that for Tim, if you could go ahead and tell us any MEV blockers, let us know that are trustworthy. Because I have seen some in the market, but I just don't feel really trustworthy about. I know DexView has one. Let's see where it's at. I think it's DexView right here. Yeah, if you actually go on DexView and you go over to trade, this one does have an anti-MEV bot right here. But I just don't know how comfortable I feel using it. So maybe I should go ahead and try one of these days and see how bullish this thing is. But refund does look like it's taking a little hit, bro. Yeah, it looks like that cup and handle might not be the play anymore. We're going to go ahead and see how this thing reacts, but I think we should be around this area. We should be seeing a pump soon. Probably in about an hour and a half, like I said. It usually pumps around during Asian sesh, so I am feeling kind of confident that this thing's going to pump. But like I said, I'm ready to go ahead and pivot. Hopefully it does pump, bro, or else I'm going to have to take another freaking $200 L right there, which I already took a little bit over $300 loss today. So it's not looking too good overall, but like I said, hopefully this works out perfectly. If not, I'll go ahead and keep you all updated on the trade. My goal is to go ahead and flip some money into refund. If I can make a little 3x, bro, make about 1 grand. And if I could go ahead and do 5x is going to be about $1,500. So that's a nice little trade. If I could do that, then I'm going to be a happy camper, throw some money into Pepe 2, and then just look for the next other project that might have some sort of momentum coming in. But when it comes to these tokens, it's all about momentum and catching onto them early. That's pretty much it on my end. Tillery says Vegas Inu token 100%. We're going to go ahead and be making a video about Vegas Inu shortly today. It probably won't be going on either today in the morning for a lot of you or tonight. Like I said, I think they will be approaching probably 3 million market cap on the next little pump. Currently right now at 1.81 million. So they actually had a lot of green days. So this is actually quite healthy for it to correct. And it might be time for some people to go ahead and enter in at a lower price, right, before the next leg up. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Just comment down below any other project you want me to go ahead and talk about. We'll do some quick TA on Pepe Original OG. And then we'll go ahead and end the live stream now. But like I said, go ahead and feel free to go ahead and comment down below another project you want me to talk about. After this Pepe TA, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and I'm going to go ahead and start working on some videos that I have to. I have to make Vegas Inu, possibly a refund. But I gave all of you alpha right now, you know? I gave all of you alpha right now. So smash that like button for me on the live stream if you enjoyed today's talk. And if you are brand new to the channel, go ahead and smash the subscribe button as well if you want to be a part of a pretty cool community, I would say. So let's go ahead and take a look at Pepe. I've been actually quite bearish with Pepe these last couple weeks. I've been bearish on Pepe since we hit around this area right here. We talked about how Pepe typically moves with Bitcoin. So since Bitcoin is mooning, we could actually go ahead and see Pepe break above this area of resistance and hopefully continue to climb to the way up. So we actually have multiple trades setting up for us right now. I'm going to be keeping an eye on Pepe and Pepe 2.0. Those typically do move a lot with Bitcoin for whatever reason. I don't know why. It does, but it just does. And if Pepe does go ahead and break this area of resistance, then it's the same thing with like Pepe 2.0, right? I'm going to go ahead and enter a trade and hopefully go ahead and capture the wave all the way up to this upside. Obviously, it's not going to happen that quick, but it could be a possibility, right? And then the bearish scenario is if we go ahead and get rejected around this area and lose this area of support right here, then we're more than likely going to go ahead and dump to the 3940 area, which I've been saying that for the last couple weeks. I said I do expect about another additional 30 to 40% dump on Pepe Original. So that's about a 50% dump from where I'm measuring it. If we do go ahead and hit this top right here, I think that's still on the table. And even on this, if we can't hold this area right here and we get rejected, we're more than likely probably going to go ahead and drop down to the 3940 area. So just be on the lookout for that. I think, in my opinion, that if it does dump to the 3940 area, I think a lot of whales are going to be looking to enter to this position really quickly. So I wouldn't be surprised if this dip gets eaten pretty quickly and then continues to pump to the upside. So just be on the lookout for Pepe on that. That's OG Pepe. Like I said, I've noticed in the past it moved very closely with Bitcoin, and when it got rejected around the $30,000 area, Pepe got rejected as well, ended up dumping all the way down, and this is the reason why Pepe has dumped. And it's obviously with the hacks that Pepe has been going through, all the FUD, all that BS, is another reason why it caused Pepe to go ahead and dump. But I've been quite bearish with Pepe. But like as I mentioned, if the the bullish scenario comes into handy or comes into action, as I would say, it would have to go ahead and break this area of resistance right here. And we do see that this is a pretty strong area of resistance. Look at that right there. So if we do go ahead and break that area, then we are going to go ahead and moon. And if we don't, then obviously I'll still go ahead and wait to go ahead and buy the dip right here, because I do think that this dip will get eaten up pretty quick, and a lot of big whales are looking at this area. I think they're purposely trying to have it dump another 50% to panic people, and if it does dump 50%, it might dump a little bit lower, and then the whales might go ahead and eat that up very quickly to pump that thing up. So just my opinion, I don't know. I'm looking to go ahead and enter either a short or a long on Pepe as well, so just be on the lookout for that. Natural Selector says, Natty was a real Illumina coin. Thanks for the TA and news. No, I appreciate you, Natural Selector. Really do appreciate you a lot, bro. Yeah, there are so many freaking Illuminati coins too, bro. There's also one called Freemasons, which I actually jumped into last night. And I actually ended up selling, dude, because I'm telling you, like, right now it's like one of those times that you either go ahead and you get in super early or you get in super late. And like I jumped in right here. Look at that. I jumped in right here and then I sold right away. It tells me a different value, bro. These values are incorrect, by the way. These values are incorrect. I entered at about 150 and I think I ended up selling at 103. So I took about a $50 loss and I quickly sold. Look what my value would have been worth right now, $27. So if I would have held on to this trade, I would have gotten wrecked. And there's a reason why I always suggest all of you need to understand some level of TA when it comes to these tokens, bro. You can't just be hoping and crossing your fingers that it's gonna pump, right? Because there is some people that actually do trade these tokens just for the pumps. You make their nut. They're 2 little 3x and they're out of the market onto the next 2 to 3x, and that's really the way you make your money when it comes to a lot of these tokens. You make your money swing trading these shit coins, not holding them and back holding them forever, unless you want to do it that way and risk. You have a higher risk, right? With refund too, I got into refund. I actually ended up selling at this area right here, and I re-entered at this top because I thought I got confirmation, and we're back at this area of support. So if it loses this area of support, I guess I'm gonna have to take an L, bro. Again, so that $100 loss now turned into almost $300 loss, dude, just for today, just alone. Like, you can't make none of this shit up. So I'm gonna go ahead and analyze the market in the next coming hours. If refund doesn't take off to where I need it to go ahead and take off in order to go ahead and confirm that this is bullish, because we just had about a 45% dump, what it looks like, then I'm gonna go ahead and have to take another loss, bro. It is what it is. Freaking $300 loss for the day. So yeah, just go ahead and keep your head up. Like I mentioned, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know any other questions you have. This Friday I'll get a position into Pepe OG. Natural Selector, yeah, I'm doing the same, man. Right now, just be very, very cautious. Don't go ahead and FOMO into a lot of projects like I have been doing. I've been FOMOing into a lot, and I think this is the reason why I've been taking some L's on my trade, and I'm actually realizing this. So what I'm going to go ahead and do after this is I'm going to go ahead and, take a little break, and then I'm going to go ahead and take a little break and kind of reflect on my trades, bro, because this is normal, right, guys? I want to tell you this. Losing money in this market is normal. Whoever says they don't lose freaking money, they're bullshitting, bro. But it's all about your risk to reward, just like Natural Selector says. He said, it's all good, man. We risk it for the reward, 100%. You know what I mean? So we risk it to understand what could potentially happen. So right now I've noticed that I've kind of caught myself, I think it's either emotional trading or I've been kind of revenge trading slightly. So I need to go ahead and catch myself and really identify if that's what I've been doing, or if it's really like greed kicking in that I want to go ahead and make a quick little nut. So I really need to go ahead and have some self-reflection these next couple hours and really ask myself what I've been doing wrong trading these tokens in these last couple days. Have I been doing it through greed? Has it been more of an emotional trade? Has it been more of a revenge trading? And then once you ask these questions, you get to identify what you're doing wrong, work on it, and then, you know, hopefully not repeat that same mistake again, right? So I'm going to go ahead and be analyzing that in the next coming hours. I'm going to go ahead and take a little break, you know, and then before I get back to making more content, I have more videos I'm going to talk about. I'm going to be talking about Pepe 2.0 today. I'm going to be talking about Vegas Inu, and as well as possibly Refund. I need to see Refund do something before I talk about it. If Refund doesn't go ahead and pump back up with what I'm seeing, I think it looks bullish. I'm bullish in Refund, but we did get back to the area of support where I sold that I felt very bearish about, right? But it does give me the momentum that, like I said, it is giving me the sign that we could have some bullish momentum, and I do believe the market will be pumping in about an hour. And if it doesn't pump, if Refund doesn't pump in the next 4 hours, I'm selling my position because it's not going to look good, you know. So right now, like I'm telling you, it's all about accepting that you're wrong and taking an L, guys. Okay, don't bag hold these projects. If you're wrong, it's okay to be wrong. The only time it's not okay is that if you know damn well that it's wrong and you're still holding on to it. For example, Mason, I put in $150. It doesn't show, I don't know why it's showing me a different value, but I put in about $150. I took out, I lost about $50 last night, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I think it's gonna go down, and it dumped more. My $150 were turned to 27 bucks, but luckily, because I only took a $50 loss, I still came out with $100, right? And then with Refund, I did the dumb mistake where I think I kind of FOMO'd in. Well, I wouldn't say FOMO'd in. I was waiting more for confirmation, right? I ended up selling right here last night because I didn't want to wake up to a 50% dump. So I decided to just go ahead and sell, wait for some sort of confirmation where I felt comfortable, and I actually felt comfortable right here. And I threw in about 568, and now I'm down another freaking 200 and something or 300 something dollars. So right now, if in the next coming hours, maybe 4 to 8 hours, it doesn't pump, I do think we're gonna pump. If it doesn't have that pump in the next hour, I see any bullish momentum kicking in, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take another L and call it a day on Refund. But I'm feeling very comfortable and confident now that I saw this pump. Even though that I bought at a higher price, I'm very confident on my trade when it comes to Refund. Obviously, if it does get rejected, then I'm going to go ahead and take the L. But right now, I'm very confident, so I'm not even worried or panicking. And I do believe that we will be seeing some massive pump action coming in. Hopefully by tomorrow, I can make a video saying, you know, guys, we made new all-time highs. But it's all about just accepting the L, bro. Just accept the L, move forward. It is what it is. Money's always here. Money's always going to come and go, right? But it's all about the lesson that you can learn when it comes to when you're trading these markets. It's learning and identifying when to pull out. Like if I wasn't taking a break in the markets for, say, Ethereum, because I took Saturday and Sunday off, right? I ended up just, you know, relaxing because I needed a break from the markets. If I would have been looking at the charts over the weekend, I would have sold, say, Ethereum right here. I would have called it a day, and I would have sold because I knew it was going to dump more, but I didn't. And it's kind of the problem that you get when you're holding on to meme coins, and you don't want to do that if you don't have a stop loss. Because you're risking more money, right? So just wait for the right opportunity and it will come for you. Roman says waiting on the sequel. Dude, I'm waiting on the freaking sequel too. What is a sequel? That's what I'm really curious and like still thinking about. So I'm very bullish on Ethereum. It is giving me red flags, bro. So I'm really hoping Ethereum as well could go ahead and give us some sort of pump action in the next coming hours. Natural selector, so true. Got to think logically and put the money into another project or stablecoin. 100%. PT Tim says I use a Telegram bot called Maestro. It has a MEB blocker. Use a burner wallet for sure. I don't trust any of these bots, to be honest. Double-edged sword. I agree with you, bro. I have heard of the Maestro bot. Someone told me about that. Yeah, guys, and I always suggest using burner wallets. I always suggest using burner wallets when it comes to a lot of this. because you have to understand that you're authorizing, the platform or developers to go ahead and have access pretty much to your wallet. And it's kind of the same thing with DexView, right? With DexView, you have to go ahead and connect your wallet and approve the signature. So technically, if anything goes wrong, if there's any sort of let's say bug and they hack DexView, technically they could go ahead and literally take all your wallets. And this wallet that I have right here, as I've told all of you, this is a burner wallet. The MetaMask you see right here in my desktop, burner wallet. I always tell all of you, don't use freaking MetaMask on freaking PC, bro. It's the worst thing you could do. On a computer, it's easier for you to get freaking hacked and get malware. It's happened to me last bull run, so just be very, very careful to use anything on your computer. I think in my opinion, it's easier for you to get some malicious attack on your computer than it is on your phone. So I always suggest use burner wallets when you're connecting to any of these platforms. And if you want to have your money saved, use a cold wallet, bro. Use a cold wallet. Okay, anyways, I appreciate all of you. I'll go ahead and make a video. As I mentioned, Vegas Inu, we're going to make a video on that. We're going to make a video on Pepe 2.0. We're also going to go ahead and make a video of refund, hopefully, if it does have some sort of bullish momentum. I'm waiting for that confirmation before I make a video, because I don't want to go ahead and make a video, and I know some of you might possibly jump in, and I don't want to go ahead and make a video and have this thing dump and it's dead. So I'm really looking out for all of us right here. So I'll let you know if this is still a buy. Just keep your eyes out on refund, Pepe 2.0, Vegas Inu, and as well Ethereum. These are my projects right now that I'm looking at very, very closely. That's about 4, I believe, that I'm keeping my eyes on in the next coming days. I'll let you know if any of this changes. I'm still bullish on all of them. I'm very, very bearish right now, though, short term, if I don't get any sort of sign in order for this to go ahead and pump. So you should be expecting some content from me today, at least 2 more videos. Can you believe that? I really do appreciate all of you tuning in, guys. I really do. Josh says the sequel is probably connected to the blockchain and exchange SafeMoon is releasing this winter. Ethereum will have his own blockchain as well. Hey Josh, but how is that going to be bullish, bro? It's that's what I want to know. How is that going to make us bullish? Natural Selector says peace and love, bro. Always good to tune in. I really appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you, Natural Selector. And I appreciate all of you tuning in. Tillery, Roman, welcome. Never seen you, so hope you smash that subscribe button for me. Tim, Black Ranger, glad to always see him here. Roland, I don't think I've ever seen you here, bro, but glad to have you here. Bernie, that guy's the guy, man. Appreciate you. TK, TFK, or TFO. Appreciate you. Been having a good time with you too. Natoshi, great time as always. And Edward and all of you. I really do appreciate all of you tuning in today. Andy. So I really do appreciate all of you guys. I really do. This channel wouldn't be growing if it wasn't for all of you. So I really do appreciate all of your guys' support. I appreciate you, Natoshi, for tuning in. If you want to go ahead and listen to, TA, with real technical analysis, someone that's really good at that, that's Natoshi. Go ahead and check her out. She has really good content. It looks like she just posted another video right now, last 6 minutes ago, I think, unless I have to refresh it. But she also goes live. I go live. I like watching her go live as well. She's really good at TA and trading the Forex market. So if you want to go ahead and give her a look, check her out. She's really good at what she does. But yeah, I really do appreciate all of you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.